why it does that inconsistently. I don't get it.
Yeah. I mean, it's good. I think that the right thing to do is to, like, lock it until maybe the end of the game, but...
But the weird part is
Yeah.
that Wizard could do it, and I don't know why Wizard could and you guys couldn't.
Yeah, that's...
That's what bothers me. I don't mind locking it or unlocking it. I don't get why it doesn't work for some people and does for others.
No clue.
Maybe
Lobby-
because he was an observer or something? I don't
Lobby is open.
I'll be there in a minute or 5 billion.
Okay.
Wait, where?
I don't think you want my answer of where.
Over there.
No, it'd not be my answer, but that's better than my answer.
Oh, Wizard, now that you're here, we can have a vote as to which game to play, technically. We were going to do apples to apples till you got here, but now you're here.
Yeah, I said I was going to be just a little late.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We just weren't sure how long a little was. So, here's the thing. Technically speaking, San Juan is a 4-player game. However, other than maybe Mock, I don't think anyone's played it before. So I would be willing... What?
I definitely have not played it.
Yeah, I'm sure you haven't. I'm sure Greg hasn't. I don't think Wizard has, because Wizard hasn't heard of it. Mock, have you played it?
Didn't you say it was, like, related to Puerto Rico in some way? I've played
Yes.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah, imagine Puerto
I've
Rico,
played San Juan.
but everything is cards. Puerto Rico is a deck-building game, is the basic concept.
Yeah, okay. So it's related, but it's not the same game. Yeah, so I have not played it.
Here's what I'd be willing to do. I can be like the host or the teacher kind of person and teach you guys the game while you play it, so that it's not as imbalanced with me having 100 hours in the game and no one else having played it. If you guys are interested.
I think like the first round.
Yeah.
Would be nice. Yeah.
Yeah, because the catch is the default rules only support up to 4 players. In theory, I could see about it making work with 5. I'm not sure. It might work. It might work. I think I could make it work. It's not designed that way, but I think I could make it work. But I'd say for the first game, definitely play the normal, correct way. And then also we could potentially end with apples to apples later when our brains are fried and do like a short round of that.
Yeah.
Meow. San Juan is not automated. There's a good reason for that. Is because it doesn't quite work that way.
Oh. Okay.
As you can see, it is a relatively simple game. It is a deck building game, and that is it.
Deck building game. Okay.
So here's how San Juan works. There are some instructions. You don't worry about those. I should change color. I'll be gray, and then I guess Mock, you've got to be teal because that's the only one left.
Why is my name not showing up on the side of...
I just noticed. Yeah, I don't know why your name's not there. It might not recognize that you exist anymore. Oh, because there is no dark blue color. Yep. It's a Packers color. There, happy?
Yeah. Look at my shirt.
Yeah, as soon as I started showing, I'm like, oh, that'll make him happy. So here's how San Juan works. You have in front of you your table, and you have your hand. So the goal of the game is to build properties. The properties have functions, and they're worth points. Once a player plays their 12th property, once that round is over, that's the end of the game. You count up points, and the winner is whoever has the most points. That's the game at its core, at its simplest. The rules are essentially how you do that building and how they function. First off, at the start of the game, every person has one of an indigo plant. Indigo plants are what we call production buildings. Production buildings come in a variety of colors. There's 5 total. Some of them, indigo plant is the least valuable, all the way up to silver mine is the most valuable. The other kinds of cards, other kind of buildings, are action buildings. Those are always purple. In order to build a building, you need to spend the amount of cards in the top left-hand corner. So, for example, indigo plant, you all start with one, like I said. An indigo plant, you have to spend 1 card to build. Cards are what you build, and cards are also your currency. So the goal of the game is to draw cards, so you can spend cards to build buildings that let you draw more cards, and spend less cards to build more buildings.
I just realized this is just Race for the Galaxy, but Puerto Rico themed.
Yeah.
So I basically know the rules to this game.
Yeah.
Cool. It made by the same people. They literally just changed the theming. Okay.
It's actually possible that Race for the Galaxy is this theme.
It's probably Race for the Galaxy is the copy of this game. This game looks older.
It is, definitely. This is the second edition. So the way that it works is there are an average turn will go in this way. As you see at the top, here are the 5 rolls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We start the game by rolling to see who the governor is. We also start the game by dealing every single player 4 cards. All of you should now have 4 cards. The fun part is, because I'm the GM, I can see your cards. If you have any questions about what a card does, please let me know. At the top, I guess it's the top left and right of the cards. What do I know? The top left and right showcase how much the card costs to build by default. There are ways to modify that, but by default, that's the card cost. And the bottom shows you how many points that card is worth at the end of the game.
Okay.
And because you can only build 12 cards, don't build too many cheap ones. You'll have no room for expensive ones. Don't worry, there are certain cards that only exist to give points and have no other benefits, but they're worth more points. So, on an average turn, the governor goes first, and the governor can choose one of the 5 roles. All roles have a person who does them action and an everyone action. The action is what everyone does. So, the first role is the counselor. Say the person who goes first is wizard, and wizard takes the counselor role. When wizard takes counselor, he takes the privilege, and everyone, including himself, takes the action. The counselor's action is every player draws 2 cards and chooses one of their choice to keep. The privilege of whoever chooses to be the counselor is they draw an additional 3 cards. Once in a round someone is the counselor, no one else can be the counselor that round. So the next player would, for example, be Lily. Lily instead chooses the builder. The builder action is every player can build a building. The privilege of the builder is they can spend 1 card less for a building. So, for example, if you wanted to build another indigo plant, normally it costs 1 card. For a builder, it's free. Everyone else needs to spend 1 card. You can choose, by the way, to say no to building. You could, in theory, choose to say no to the counselor. I don't know why you would, but if you can't afford to build or you don't want to, you can say no to building. Now that the builder and the counselor are taken, we over here have Mock. Mock decides he wants to be the producer. Each player can produce 1 good. That's where your production buildings come in, all the non-purple cards. So, for example, if you played the producer right now, everyone just has a single indigo plant. You'll just have one of these. Let me deal that each one to you, and then play it in the top left-hand corner of your playing field. You always go, it's going to be 6 on the top row and 6 on the bottom row, left to right. So, Mock, because you're the producer, you produce 1 good. You produce a good by taking a card from the draw pile face down and putting it on top of whichever production building you prefer. So face down, and face down, and face down. Mock, with the privilege of being the producer, can produce 1 additional good. It must be on a separate production building, though. So since Mock only has 1 production building, he got the raw end of the deal. He doesn't get to take advantage of his privilege. Sucks to be you. And over here, Greg chooses to be the trader, which is the opposite of the producer. You can sell one good. You discard the card that is in the pile over here. Doesn't matter. It's face. Might as well do face up. It kind of doesn't matter. Every player can sell up to one card. You don't get to keep the card itself. You sell them, and then I draw one of these. Here are the 5 cost tiles, and they're in a random order. So today, the price of indigo plants is worth 1 card, and everyone would draw 1 card. If you, for example, had the light gray, which is tobacco, it would still be 1 card. This is one of the worst market days. The best is like a 1-2-2-3-3. This is the worst, a 1-1-2-2-2. If I recall correctly...
Would this be like a harder game?
What?
Would this kind of be like a harder game?
This game overall, compared to apples to apples, you mean?
No.
I think you
like-
said it changes like each time.
Every single sale, I flip over a new one, and then when all 5 are done, I shuffle them and we restart.
Oh.
So, like
okay.
this turn will be less money, but
Yeah, this
next
turn is
you have
less.
more money.
Next turn could be
Got it.
more. So the next one, for instance, would have been a 1-2-2-2-3. Indigo will always only be worth 1, for the record. Indigo will never be worth more than 1.
Yeah.
Whereas sugar will be worth either 1 or 2. Tobacco is worth 1, 2-2-2-2. Coffee is worth 2-2-2, I think it's 2-3. And then silver is like 2-2-3-3-3. I can also just check them all right now, and I can double check that. So yeah, in order from the worst to the best, here are the 5 options. As you can see, indigo is always worth 1. Sugar can sometimes be worth 2. Coffee is usually 2, but occasionally 3. Tobacco is usually 2, but occasionally 1. And silver is either 2 or 3. So you usually want to sell whichever is the best value, but if it's tied, choose the one that might be a lower value. So for example, if you can only sell 1, and right now both coffee and silver are 3, sell the coffee. Silver will often be 3, coffee's almost never 3. So if the market trade's good for coffee, sell the coffee. As mentioned, feel free to ask me if you have any questions, and we have multiple gaming rooms, so if you want to ask a question privately, feel free to ask me and I'll move us to another gaming room. So that is the trader, and then finally, no one chose the prospector. The prospector's a weird role. The prospector is the, I don't want the other players to have any nice things. Whoever is the prospector goes out into the wilderness and draws 1 card. Nothing else happens. There is no action for the prospector, simply the privilege of whoever the prospector is gets a free card. This is kind of the meta, to be fair. The prospector is a very popular one to pick. The catch is that, unlike the other roles, I mentioned all the purple, the action cards, they all have unique abilities. So for example, in your hand, you might have Black Market. I'm also noticing, looking at your hands, they're not purple. What the heck? Why are they not purple? I guess they're yellow now. My apologies for the confusion. The yellow cards, the action cards. For example, there is the Black Market. The Black Market affects the builder phase. You may discard goods on your production and reduce building cost by the amount of the goods you dispose of. It's an okay card, but since goods are usually worth more than 1 point, it might not be the most worth it, but it's cheap. It might save you a few cards. Then there's the Quarry. The Quarry is a rather expensive action card and it costs 4. It also affects the builder pays. You pay 1 less anytime you build an action card, anytime you build what they call a city card. And then we have another example is the Chapel. The Chapel is an example of a card that only exists to gain points. At the beginning of a round, whoever owns the Chapel may place any card from their hand under the Chapel, and it's worth an additional victory point at the end of the game.
Is Chapel different than Cathedral?
Yes.
Okay.
Cathedral is is a special item at the game's end. I don't know what it's doing here. Normally this should be in the deck. I don't know why it's not in the deck. I'm guessing this is special for the 2nd edition. I don't know how that works. My guess is it's a special way to gain extra points. And my guess is because it costs 7. Here's an important note. You can't have more than 7 cards in your hand. If you ever have more than 7, you need to discard down to 7. Unless you have a tower, which increases the cap to 10. And that's everything. I understand it was probably a bit overwhelming.
I think once we play, we'll kind of start getting the gist of it.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, that'll be the big thing, is once we get used to it. Yeah, let's see here. I'm double checking to make sure that I'm correct about the discard. I'm pretty sure it's discard down to 7. I'm making sure it's not a Catan style discard to half. I'm pretty sure it's just discard down to 7 because that's less mean. Okay, yes, it is discard down to 7. And the tower is 12, not 10. Okay, good to know. In general, most of your action cards will affect one of the other 4 phases. They will affect the Counselor, the Builder, the Producer, or the Trader. Only 2 cards in the entire game affect the Prospector. So keep that in mind. Often, it's recommended to try to go for a strategy that benefits one or two of the roles, and focusing on those. You could go heavy on Production, you could go heavy on Building, you could go heavy on Counselor, or you could just go for lots of points and prospectoring a bunch. As you can probably guess, whether or not you win is at least partially luck, so have fun. And with that, let me summon a dice to roll to see who goes first. After I close the window I accidentally opened. As always, doopy-doopy-doopy-doo. Everybody, here's your D20.
Ooh, 19.
19? That's pretty good.
19.
Oh. Big.
17.
I won. Okay, could the 2 19s please roll to see who goes first? Reroll.
7.
8. 8 beats 6. Lily, you go first.
Okay.
And we'll go clockwise to keep things even, so congrats, Mock. You got it 1 and you get to go second.
Nice.
Okay, so
You are the governor. You can choose... Oh, hang on. I'll put these away. I'm going to put these in...
We all start with 1 indigo plant? Is that
Yes,
correct?
everybody starts with 1 indigo plant. There we go. And you can choose any of the 4 actions. On the first turn, I don't usually recommend Producer or Trader because all you have is the indigo. And if you have no goods, don't choose the Trader. So you can
Wait,
go...
where did Greg's indigo plant go?
It's in his
put it
hand.
back in your hand.
Yep. So you can put it on the table. You start with that on the table.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And I will take possession of the market.
going to take Builder.
Okay.
Do I just put it on the board somewhere?
Yeah, put it, I'd say, like, by your corner of the map over here. Makes sense?
Do we do that now, or
Yes.
do we do... Okay.
This is the phase you do it on. And this will be the rotation. After everyone gets a turn, you put your rolls away, and then Mock will be the new governor, and Lily will go last.
Alright. Do we play in order?
Yes, so Lily will go first, and we'll build a building of choice. You can do it for 1 cheaper than usual. If you have any questions about which card does what, feel free to let me know.
You said we can skip over the building phase, right?
If you don't want to build anything, you can say, I don't want to build anything, if you so desire.
I'm not going to build anything.
If you're not going to build anything, I might suggest don't be the builder.
Don't.
Do
Okay.
Yeah, probably choose a role that you can actually do.
I would say in that case, do either
Rotate
Prospector or Counselor, because that'll let you just draw a few cards.
Yeah, I'll do Counselor then.
Cool. So as the Counselor, first Lily draws 5 cards, and everybody else draws 2 cards.
But I have to draw 2 cards?
You draw 5, because you're the Counselor.
5?
Yep, so deal... Oh, good God, I forgot what color everybody is. I think you're purple. Yes.
Yeah, I'm purple.
And you must discard 4 of those 5. So choose the one you want and discard the other 4. And then Mock gets 2, and Greg gets 2, and Wizard gets 2. And it has to be in that order, that's how it works. So whichever card, you can only discard, by the way, from the cards that you just drew. You can't discard from all your cards.
Yeah, I'm about to turn those over so I make sure I don't choose
That's fair.
those ones.
That's fair. If you have any questions on, if you want some ideas for preferences, feel free to ask. And I can just tell you left or right.
To the discard pile, right?
Yes, any you don't want, you can discard.
Here, wait.
If you know for sure you don't want them.
Do that one. Thank you. And then I'm still looking at the.
So the stuff in your hand,
Yep.
Yes. Oh,
it costs one other card that's in your hand, basically.
It costs
Or how-
whatever the number on the top of the card is in your hand.
and
You
the
have to
rest of your
discard that
card.
many
your
cards.
re-
to play it.
You discard that many
Okay.
cards. Yep. So if
Okay.
it costs 4, you need to spend 4 cards from your hand.
Gotcha.
and I'm gonna get rid of that one.
Cool. Sounds good. And in that case, Counselor is done. Mock, choose a role. You may not choose Counselor.
I will choose Prospector.
Alright, you get a free card of choice. Alright. No one else can do anything because that's how Prospector works. Greg, your turn.
I will do. I'll start off with Builder.
Sounds good. First, Greg builds, and then everybody else builds in turn.
Okay, so,
This doesn't usually matter, but every now and then it matters.
Can you
so-
build the same building twice?
You may build
Like-
multiple production buildings, you may not build multiple city buildings.
That's what I thought, because that's how Race for the Galaxy works.
Yep.
Can you build buildings that other people have built?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe there's 4 of each city building. Other than the ones that cost 6, there are only 2 of each of those. And the wonders there are also very few of. Whereas there's like 8 of each production building, you're not going to build them all.
Can you only build one building?
Per turn, yes.
Okay.
So most games will last between 11 and 12 rounds, because remember, the game's over once a player hits the 12th turn, or 12th building. So 11, that's all 12 buildings built. So most games last between 11 and 12 turns.
What is a city building? Is there just any building that doesn't produce?
Yes. It's the action card, the purple card, the yellow card, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
I'm used to them being called action cards and being purple. I guess 2nd edition does it differently.
Wait, action cards? Maybe I just haven't seen those.
Well, that's because, again, they're different. This is 2nd edition. They've renamed a bunch of stuff. And I didn't know how much they renamed it. The reason I wanted to play 2nd edition is because the theming is changed. The original...
Okay,
If you played Puerto Rico, you know
Yeah.
the idea behind that game, which was that it was kind of a colonialism simulator.
yeah.
And the idea behind the 2nd edition of both Puerto Rico and San Juan is the people had been freed, and now they control the island. It's an alternate universe where America didn't conquer Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I was gonna say, not something that did not happen historically. So this archive right here,
Yep.
is this a city building?
Yes.
Or is... Okay.
Anything that is not one of the 5 production buildings. The
Okay.
5 production buildings are blue indigo, white sugar, brown tobacco, green/gray coffee, and silver.
Cool.
Everything else is a city building.
Okay, so I put down Sugar Mill. That means I have to.
You have to discard 1 card in your hand of choice.
Wouldn't it be 2? 'Cause
Nope.
It's 2?
He's the builder, so it's 1
Oh,
discount.
okay, yeah. Okay, for him it's...
Yeah, for him it's 1. Everybody else it would have been 2.
Okay, so discard 1. I'm probably.
Yes. Discard 1 of choice. Good choice. That is, I agree. That's the least important card in your deck.
Yeah. Okay, so discard, and then that's it.
Yeah, that is it for your build. It is your turn to build, Wizard. You may build any card of choice. All right, you discard your entire hand. While Wizard's discarding his hand, yeah, it should flip actually automatically. You don't need to worry about it.
Okay.
Lily, which one do you want to build, if any?
I'm skipping the build.
You're gonna skip the build.
Yeah.
Understood. I will note, usually it's recommended to do building if possible, unless... Are you saving up for something?
I'm saving up for something.
Okay, that's fair. I once had a
Since
starting
you're
hand where,
the game
yeah.
master, you should see what's in my hand.
Yep, I can see what's in your hand, so I know what you're doing. Okay, making sure.
Yeah.
In general, building is usually advised, but occasionally it's worth it not to.
Yeah.
Mock, do you wish to build anything?
I have a question.
Yes.
You can see my hand, right?
Yep.
This card here.
Yes.
Does this only affect me if I do that? Like of these cards, I forget what these are called. But
that
if I
would
take
be
that
in
roll,
addition
or is
to
that
the
if
roll.
Anybody does.
And only you would. But
Wait,
Wait,
so,
okay,
you want to go to
well,
do you want to go to their chat
Let
quickly?
me- if I take like
It
if
looks
I
like
take that action, would
it'll
it
be
only
if
works
anyone
if I
takes
take
the action.
or if anybody takes
Anyone
the
takes the
I can do
action. Any card that says a phase, it doesn't matter who takes the phase. It matters simply that the phase happens. So, for example, if it says builder phase, it doesn't matter if you're the builder, only that you're in the builder phase. If it says producer phase, it doesn't matter if you're the producer, only that it's the producer phase.
I'm gonna build a goldsmith.
Okay, so you know how I said there's only one prospector card? I guess there's another one second edition, so what do I know?
I just want to interrupt. Did Wizard pick a roll?
Not yet.
Nope.
It's not my turn yet.
No, that was the end. This is the end of
Yep.
the building phase. I was just asking some questions about
Yeah,
it.
for sure, for sure.
obviously.
Wizard,
Yeah, I built the goldsmith, which
Yep.
lets me draw a card, and I keep it during the prospector phase, and I keep it if nobody else has it built.
So yeah, on the prospector phase, normally whoever the prospector is just draws a card. You will also draw a card after they do, and you get to keep it if no one's built it yet. So it's a possibility of a second card. Never, yeah, that's second edition, brand new. Wizard, I'm sure you can guess which one you should pick. It is not the traitor. Producer, everyone produces one. You may produce an additional one. Wizard draws first. Okay, this doesn't really matter, to be fair.
It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, normally it matters, this time it doesn't. So, everyone draw, and the only real strategic choice is that Greg, your choice of which one you build on.
Mean
Yeah, put it on top of the indigo plant.
to get flipped.
How did you draw? One or two?
Yeah, you draw the card face down and put it on top of one of your production buildings.
Yeah, I forget how to do
Oh,
that.
okay.
No, not in your hand, one of the draw cards.
Yeah. With the draw card one.
Yep.
How do I turn it over?
Oh, is this, oh, F, flip. Yep.
Shabam.
Yep.
I didn't see it, right? Like,
Yes.
wink, wink. Okay.
Yep. Yep, you,
It
it doesn't-
also, like, you'll never get that card. It'll go straight to the discard.
exactly.
So
Got
it's useful to know that that card's out of the deck.
Yep.
But we also there's 100 cards in the deck, and we also aren't as familiar with the deck, so that's probably not.
Yeah,
that
even-
What are those cards used for?
What?
What are the face down cards used for?
On the
If you
trader
do
phase,
trader,
you exchange them for goods. For cards.
Okay.
So, for example, because you have a coffee is going to be worth either 2 or 3 cards. So you can, on the trader phase, exchange your 1 card for 2 or 3 cards.
Gotcha.
Produce into trading takes longer than other methods of card acquisition, but it rewards more is the trade-off. Which is why the AI doesn't do it, because it doesn't understand how to do it correctly. Alright, now that everyone's taken a roll, return your rolls to the center. It kind of doesn't matter the order, so don't worry too much.
Oh, okay, so we do these all.
And we have a new governor, Mock.
sweet.
Which roll do you want?
I want to draw a whole bunch of cards.
Alright,
So I get
Counselor.
5, and I
Yep.
choose 1 to keep.
So yeah, mouse over the draw
Wait.
pile and click 5.
Wait, actually, so this is this draw 5, keep 1?
Yes.
Okay, I actually don't want to do that. I want cards in quantity, not in. Yeah.
And I can tell you, if you do producer, you won't get any benefit. The only one who'd benefit from that is Greg, because he could draw 1
Yeah.
more. So
Yeah,
if you want
I guess
cards,
it feels bad, but I'll prospector again.
so you draw 2 cards, and you can only keep the second if no one's built it, which statistically they haven't.
Nobody has a silver smelter. I guess I don't need to say that.
You don't have to say it. I can see it.
Yeah.
I can keep everyone honest. So yes, you now have 2 cards. Greg, what do you want to do?
Yeah, that's the end of the prospector phase because nobody
Yes.
else is in.
Out of the options here, if you just want an extra card, Counselor, you could possibly get a good one. That's what Counselor's good for, is if you're looking for options. You could do the builder, because you have 2 cards in your hand you could build, and probably no one else can build right now, so you could be really mean and screw over everyone else. Or you could do trader and sell off your sugar.
I will, for now, draw.
Sounds good.
So, counts to draw.
So, if you go to the draw, you can select 5.
So get 5.
Yep. Yeah, you just click the number 5, and then you can discard 4 of those. And everyone else can do the same, do 2. So just mouse over the draw pile and choose the number 2, and it'll draw 2 cards into your hand. Say for you, Lily, if you just press it, if you mouse over and click 2, it'll draw 2 cards. The number 2 over the draw pile.
I pulled the number 2.
Yes. Or no, just click it once.
How many did I freaking draw?
If you held it, you might have drawn a lot more than 2. Here, I'll fix that. You had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So
I
the...
had that one. I had that one originally.
You should only have those. And the rest of these, we're going to go back into the draw pile. And I'm going to shuffle it.
You left me 1 extra.
I did? Okay, and it's gone
Yeah.
too.
So, okay.
Yeah, close enough. Alright. Choose whichever one you want. Given that, here's the thing. If you're planning on doing what I think you're doing, it might not matter which one you keep because you're going to just spend it. But still, you never know.
I'm discarding that one.
Sounds good. And Wizard has 1. And Mock has 3, and Greg has 4. Your turn, Wizard. Which role do you want? Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, everyone, we've shuffled it. Let's see what today's market offerings are. Indigo sells for 1, and coffee sells for 3, and sugar for 2.
Well, I'm selling for 3.
Yep, you discard that, flip it over, and you get 3, and you draw 3 cards. And because you're the trader, you can also sell your indigo, because you can sell an additional good. So that's worth 1. And Lily, you can sell your indigo and get 1.
Yeah, I'm fine without selling right now.
I'd usually recommend doing it because
Okay.
indigo will never be worth more than 1, so it's just a free card.
Unless you're gonna like hit a card limit.
True. You're on.
Because she's actually at 6 right now, so she'll have to discard, right?
No, she won't. You discard if you're over 7.
Oh, okay.
That one
You can have 7.
flipped and
It's
then
not
put
8.
on there.
Got it.
Well, no, you just.
Are we?
Did you put your good in the discard?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
That
doing
one
is you're
in my
putting it in
hand.
your hand. You exchanged a card on the production for a card in hand. So that's your card now. Yeah,
Are we taking
producer
turns
puts
for
cards on the production buildings. Trader exchanges the one in production buildings for draw cards.
Okay. Are we taking turns? Can I discard this and
Yep,
get
you can, and you get 2. Yes, congrats. You lucked out and got a good sugar crop. So you draw 2 cards.
Okay.
Well done. And Lily, do you want to produce or do you want to build?
Build,
Good choice.
because that's 1 less.
Yep, you get a discount on building. And if you're planning on building the original card from before, then yeah, it would be cheaper.
1, 2, 3, 4. There we go.
Cool.
Excellent.
I will also build.
Sounds
I'm
good.
going to build the carpenter and discard my other 3 cards.
Makes sense. Yep. Every time you build a purple building, you draw 1
Okay.
card.
Question: does that count itself? Because this is the current phase. It modifies the build phase.
Nope. You can't
Okay.
modify your current turn with a card you just built.
Sounds good.
Anything you want to build, Greg?
Yes, I want to build my aqueduct.
Good choice. I love the aqueduct. There's another card that does the same for the trade phase, and I love comboing them.
So it will cost me 3.
Correct.
2. 3.
Yeah. Crane's an interesting card. I've never seen it really used.
My go?
Yep. You can't afford that. Oh, no, you're discarding. I'm done. Never mind. Never mind. Ignore me.
1, 2,
Yep.
3.
And that makes... I'm so used to people putting the card down and then discarding that you guys doing it in reverse is throwing me off.
I can have up to 12 cards.
Yep. Yep. Wizard now has a increased hand limit up to 12.
Instead of 7, I can have up to 12.
Yep. And then, statistically speaking, you'll never make it to 12, but it's going over 7 occasionally happens. In general, the idea behind all the cards you're putting down is you either want to get more cards or you want to spend less cards. And the tower will, in theory, help you never have to discard. And that's it. Everyone return your item. Excuse me. And our new governor is Greg. Do you guys think you have the hang of it now?
Sort of.
Yeah.
I'm still got.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
I'm getting the idea.
Yep.
Just curious.
Yes.
Like, for instance, for Mock, can he only produce one thing?
Yes.
Yep.
Because
There's only
of
the one
this?
building.
Yes. So right.
And I can produce 2?
Yes. Everyone else can produce 2. Mock can only produce 1.
Gotcha, okay.
So if you do production, for example, on your turn, you will produce more than he will. And he has less options in general. So he's not going for production, he's going for building, it looks like. Whereas right now,
I just wanted to make sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's all.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to make sure if these get cards on them or not.
Yeah, you cannot put cards on your city buildings, only on production buildings.
Gotcha.
Yep.
I'll go with the prospector.
Valid. You draw 1 card. And then...
And I draw 1 card.
And we'll see if you get to keep it. Nope.
Nope. No, I don't.
Yeah, you don't, because Wizard has already built 1. Yeah, that's the way that works, is...
Okay.
The odds of it being a production building are almost half the cards, and at a certain point, all of those are going to be on the table.
I figure it's one of those things where it's like, you can only play it early game.
Mm-hmm.
And I happen to draw it early game, so we might as well try.
Exactly. There's some of the... Certain cards are way better early and useless late. I'd say Aqueduct is definitely one of those. You don't build that late game, because your production better already be good by then.
Okay,
well, and he also has less opportunity to use
Yeah,
it.
we're at the beginning of the game, so now's a great time to build it. Late game, you want to be building lots of points.
Are we producing?
Yeah,
Yes.
It is production phase. Lily, you can build it on your choice of silver or indigo.
I'm doing on the silver.
Yeah, best choice. And Greg can build on 2 of his properties because he has the aqueduct.
Producer can produce 1 additional good. Okay.
Yep. So you can do it on whichever one, on both of them. You are not limited to just 1.
1 good. Okay, so I will go.
Yep.
Oh shit! No, I don't want this one.
Yep, you just click and drag. It's a little finicky. You just put it down on top of it.
Because you can do 1 good more with the aqueduct.
Correct. You cannot put it on the aqueduct. You have to put it on the indigo plant.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
You cannot produce on the yellow cards. Only on the colored ones.
Okay, I may have missed the rule, but there could only be 1 of the, I guess, buildings on the field.
That was for. That's specifically for the
just
goldsmith.
for you.
That's specifically for the card that Mock has.
Wait,
Okay,
what?
what's the one he discarded?
He discarded a coffee roaster because
Oh, I see what you
because
mean.
it's already built. The reason why is he has the goldsmith. On the prospector phase, he's allowed to draw a bonus card. But if someone's already put that card on the table, he can't keep it.
But since Wizard has the coffee
Yep.
roaster,
Because
no one else could. No.
Yeah,
No,
because
nobody
I
else.
built it.
Build the copy.
No, you
Okay.
you can still
My card
build it.
doesn't let me keep it.
Yes, it's
Yes.
only because of the goldsmith. That's a goldsmith specific interaction.
Oh, okay.
In general, you can build a card someone else has already
I see it.
built.
I see it. I see the rule. Okay.
But you can't build a city card that you yourself have
Yes.
built.
You could build another sugar mill because that's a
But you can't
production
build another
card.
aqueduct.
You can't build an aqueduct because that's a city building.
But anybody else can build an aqueduct.
Yes.
Just
Gotcha.
you can't have 2 aqueducts yourself.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Sorry.
Okay. And that being said, Wizard, what would you like to do? You just went, never mind.
Lily.
Lily, what would you like to do?
Lily, I do trader.
Good choice. Let's see what today's market prices are. Do. Shit!
Damn.
Alright.
I'm still taking it. It's 2 cards.
Oh yeah, it's 2 free cards. And in your case, Greg, can you guess which one is the better deal?
I would say the 1.
Yes. The indigo. Because sugar is sometimes worth 2 and indigo is always worth 1.
Okay. So I'll get 1.
Yep. Basically, the rule of thumb is, if they're identical, choose the one higher up on the market trade.
What about mine?
Right now, you have a bit of a choice. 1 from the indigo or 2 from coffee. Coffee is occasionally worth 3, but usually worth 2.
Usually worth 2?
4 out of 5 times it's worth 2. So your odds of it being the 3 are pretty low.
I also think the odds.
Yeah, actually, it already happened.
Juicing is pretty high.
The 3 already happened. It won't happen again for at least 4 trades. So to do the 2.
So I get 2.
Yes.
Okay.
Whereas indigo is always worth 1. There are occasions also where you go the lower one. If, for example, you have too many cards in your hand, not a problem for Wizard. Alright. Market day is over. Mock, what do you do? Do you build or do you counsel?
Oh yeah.
Funny story, if you build, you could build that because it costs 1 and you could build it for free.
I could. I was thinking probably the council because I don't really want this card.
Yeah, I can see the strategy you're going for, and it doesn't fit that card at all.
Yeah, so I will draw 5, keep 1.
Yes.
And everyone else draws 2 and keeps 1.
Correct.
I will flip over my
Yeah, essentially a lot of all the city buildings modify all the default rules. So most rules can be changed.
Ooh, there's a really good card here.
Mm-hmm. There's a couple really good cards here.
There's a couple really good cards here.
Mm-hmm. And one card that actually might benefit the way you're playing. That I've never seen before.
I don't know which one I want.
Let's see what you've got. Ooh. I might...
There's some really cool cards here.
I know. Lily, between those 2, I might suggest the left one. Just my opinion.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
The right one, yeah. Tobacco storage, you have a silver smelter. You're probably better... Tobacco is only a mid-tier production.
Yeah.
And you might be better off just building a better production building. But you never know. Sometimes having a lot of production is really good. If you have an aqueduct and I think it's the well, on your turn when you do trade or produce, you're trading 3 goods. So that can be useful. Alright, everyone put your rolls away. We have a new governor. Governor Wizard!
Governor Wizard?
Meow yourself. Mock, you finally decided?
Yeah, I'm good.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, interesting. That is a choice.
I was debating between that or the
one that cost 1?
archive.
Oh, the archive, okay.
There's a couple interesting choices there, but the archive seemed cool, but I don't know if I'm actually going to make enough use out of it. Honestly, I don't of all the cards, there's a lot of cool cards that are also probably not actually going to help me in the long run. But
sometimes you form your strategy based on your cards, and sometimes you form your cards based on your strategy. Wizard, do you know what role you want?
I think Wizard's hyper-focusing.
Builder. Wizard wants to build and get it cheaper. Ah, that's what it is. Okay. Apparently, San Juan 2nd Edition comes with all of the expansion cards. I didn't know there was an expansion. I learned something new today. So all the cards that are recognized are from the expansion of the game. That makes sense. And then there's also slight buff.
I will skip on mine. We all get to build, right? If you want.
Yes.
Okay. Skip on mine.
Yep. So everyone gets to build, it's just that Wizard gets to do it a little cheaper.
You know, I think I will build.
Okay.
And then when I build a city building, I get a draw card.
Yep. But you just built that card?
Yeah.
So
I
you
built
don't
this
get
one.
to because you just built it. But you do get to because the card. Let's see, yes.
No, from the
yeah,
carpenter.
yes.
The carpenter lets me draw, not
That's
the
what it is,
smithy.
okay. Oh, the smithy, yeah, it's cheaper. That
The
makes
smithy
sense.
also does a thing in the build phase, but that's not what I'm missing.
Sorry, I mixed up which ones was
Yeah,
which.
no worries. No worries.
Lily, do you wish to build anything?
I'm contemplating
Mhm.
real hard
Yeah.
because I have this one here, but then there's this one here.
And you'd have to... Whichever one you build, you would need to put the other one away because they both cost 4.
So I may wait.
I wouldn't wait, because if you take too long, everyone else will have more options than you will, so you might have to just make a choice and sacrifice.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Wait, so this is the building phase?
Yes.
3, 4.
So you've chosen to focus on production. Yep, this is the building phase where you may optionally choose to build. In general, try not to stay too far behind with building, because at the end of the game, if you have way less buildings, you'll just have less points.
Yeah.
Greg,
Like,
you have a very
significant portion
interesting
of points
hand.
come from building.
Keep saying that is just something.
I have never seen a hand this colorful.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's my turn now.
Once Greg has finished building. Or chooses not to.
I choose not to.
Okay. Right now, 2 people have 4 buildings and 2 people have 3 buildings. Yeah, in theory, the game wants you to build left to right, bottom or top to bottom. It technically doesn't matter, so it should be fine what you're doing, Wizard. I cannot think of any reason to cause a problem.
It's mostly
Wait, what?
just. It seems like mostly just to help people.
Mhm.
Are
see
you
how many cards
talking
have.
about me
Yeah,
spreading my stuff apart?
Exactly, yeah. As long as you're aware how many you've built, you're fine. Alright, in that case...
I was just all I was doing was just separating the production versus the
Yeah, exactly.
city buildings.
Yeah,
That's all I was
I don't
doing.
think
You're
so
trying to be a
As
good
long as
city
we can
planner.
figure it. Yeah.
Lily, you are now the person who chooses a role next. Producer.
And
You may put 2 cards on down here. Yeah,
flip. Yeah,
Yep.
it's easier for me to do it that way.
that's fair. That's fair. Not a problem. Because I know the click and drag will be a little weird.
I produced
yeah.
2, right?
When I
you
last when I
produced-
set
No,
up the
you
first
you
time,
can
it
only
gave me the
produce
whole
one
deck.
because the other one already has one on it.
Yeah, you still have one on sugar. So although you could produce 2, you only can produce 1.
Oh, okay, because I only have.
Yep. That was a good
I can't
choice.
put-
Yep.
Okay, I can't stack.
Nope.
Got it.
Each building can only
okay.
have 1. Knowing that, do you wish you'd built something last turn?
Yeah, probably.
I will allow it this time if no one has any objections, because you didn't know.
No. It's good. I mean,
And
I'll
because
go with
I
my
only
original plan.
produced 1, I can't draw a card, right?
You couldn't draw a card anyway.
The well.
What's the well?
Owner draws 1 card when producing at least 2 goods.
Oh, then yeah, no, you can't.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, given that you didn't know, if you thought you could have drawn more than 1, you didn't understand how quite the cards functioned, I think it would be alright in this specific circumstance, because we're not very far away from that. It wouldn't affect much. But if you don't want to, that's still fine.
Just curious, whenever the draw pile gets emptied, does the discard go back into the draw?
Yes.
Okay.
It would probably get reshuffled first, though.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
We'll probably go through the entire draw pile once. We probably will not go through it twice.
Okay.
With how long the game is. Because as you can see, we're about 3 to 4 turns. We're on the 4th turn of the game, and we currently have gone halfway through the draw pile.
Yeah.
All right. In that case, it is your turn, Mock.
I will do the Prospector. And I will draw 2 cards, and if the second one is not built,
You
then I
get
get
to
to
keep
keep it. The second
hey.
one is not built, so I will keep it.
Good fodder
Also,
cards.
both of these look good.
And do you want to be the trader or the... what's it called? Counselor.
Counselor.
Greg.
Oh,
Raider would probably be better versus
It depends.
Counselor.
The problem with the trader is you would possibly go over 7. You might not. You could just choose only to trade 1 and not go over 7. Because if you go over 7, you have to discard 1.
I will go trader.
Okay. Market day.
Aaron, why is this card at all useful? Because this does not,
Let me see.
like, just purely on reading this
Your
card
hand is
does
in the way
not
of it right
explain
now.
why you'd want to do that.
I imagine it's supposed to be for victory points, and they
That's what I'm
didn't.
saying. Like, do they still get the points from that?
Not get like I think it's like the way the chapel works is it's worth 1 point per card. I imagine that would be what the bank is for. That's all I can think of. Otherwise, if it's not worth points, yeah, you're right. I don't know why. That's a weird card. I've never seen that before, which means it's from the expansion. Now let's see. What do people say about the bank card?
I think there's probably a section in the book that explains every card.
It's at the beginning of the game. Okay,
Each of these cards is worth 1 victory point.
Oh, where does
Every card that you put under it is worth 1 point.
where does it say that? In the rules?
In the book, yeah.
Okay. And I did confirm the other advantage. You can do it before you discard down to 7.
Yeah, which is like just not making you discard, but
I would say the chapel is probably a better value because it's the same cost and same worth, but it's 1 card per round.
yeah.
But yes, I see why. Okay. Yep. Never seen that card before, so that was new to me. Alright, trading. Silver is worth 2.
I will take 2.
Wait, what?
I will
Sure,
take
Not sorry,
2.
silver. No, I'm dumb. Sugar is worth 2. Silver is worth 3.
So I can get 4 cards then if I do my silver and my plant?
Yeah, because you have the market hall.
Yeah.
No, not quite. Because you're not the trader, you can only sell the silver. What the market hall lets you do is when you sell, you get an additional card. So for you, it's not worth 3, it's worth 4 when you sell just your silver. You keep your indigo where it is.
Back. Yeah, I'm moving it back.
Yep. So you just draw 4 cards. So you're just a better bargainer. You're better at selling your goods. And Greg, I'm assuming you're going to choose not to sell the indigo so you don't go over the hand limit?
Correct.
Okay. One more possible option you could take is to sell it anyway. And then because you know, you would just get rid of a card you don't want if you want to try to get a better card. So that's up to you. But
That's not a bad idea.
if there's a card you have that you know you can't use, for example, the one all the way on the right might not be the best card for you. Up to you.
I like the hand I have right now.
Yeah.
I could produce when I produce.
Well, the reason why the card on the right's not as useful is
Yeah, because I see it. Yeah.
yeah.
I just want to make sure that if like another producing role comes up, I could produce. So each producer, one additional good.
But you can
One.
produce 2 no matter what, so that's not as bad
Oh,
of a
because
problem.
of that.
Yep, and by having it occupied, you can't produce on it.
All right.
So at the moment, the only person, like, in theory, maybe just to mess with you, Lily now does the trade option. Probably not the most beneficial, though, because Lily would get 1 card and no one else would get any. At that point, you might as well just prospect her.
So I'll discard the
Yep.
one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay.
Yep, that makes sense. Discard the Aqueduct because you already got one. Good market day. And then you also have one of the most overpowered cards in the entire game in your hand right now. I wonder
I
if it
was
was the
looking
game.
at that. I'm trying to understand it though.
Yeah. I will explain this card because you all should know about this card. The Library is the most overpowered card in the game. Doubles the privilege on your turn. So for example,
So
for
That's pretty
example,
cool.
for the
example, for builder, it costs 2 less.
Yep, for builder it costs 2 less. The counselor, you draw 8 cards rather than 5. The prospector, you draw 2 cards and keep them rather than 1. For the trader, you trade an additional good out, and for the producer, you produce an additional good. It's the only card in the game that benefits everything. And it's currently sitting in one of the players' hands who can afford to build it.
Dun dun dun.
Won't say which person. It's an expensive card, but if you get it early, it can help you snowball really well. There's also only 2 in the game, so if one player builds it, only one other player can have it. Ayla, no. Leave my paperwork alone. Alright, rolls away, it's governor time. And we have new governor. Lily, you are the governor again.
What round are we at?
We are now on the 5th round.
I'm going builder.
Good choice.
All right.
And to build a free garden.
Yep, that makes sense. Just build for free. Why not?
Yeah.
Cool. Mock, do you want to build or no?
I probably want to build, but I'm not sure what I want to do.
You are 1 card up on almost everybody when it comes to building, so you could possibly afford to take a turn off. If you don't think anything's worth it. I'd say, in general, don't skip more than 2 build turns if you can help it.
I'm gonna build tobacco storage. I pay 1 less because of my smithy.
Yes. That is correct.
Going to do what? I'm just gonna.
Yeah, that makes
organize
sense.
a little bit.
Greg, do you wish to build anything?
Yes, I will build the library.
I knew it. Dun dun dun. Basically, just choose 1 card to keep and discard the rest. The library will usually pay for itself. Because it's one of the only cards in the game that both saves cards and gives you more cards. So in general, unless you're going heavy into Counselor, it will always benefit you. In fact, one of the most powerful strategies in the game is Library, and then just spam Prospector for 2 free cards every turn. It's mean, and the AI loves doing it, and
That
it
would have been
sucks.
5 victory points there.
Yep. Yes, what are called the monuments, the column, the horse, and the arch, the only benefit they give you is they're worth victory points, but otherwise they have no effect.
Yeah.
Has everybody built?
Wizards?
Yes.
Yes,
Looks
okay,
like
yes,
it.
everyone's built.
I will prospect.
I can sell an additional good every single time for
Nice.
trading.
Nice.
Oh, you have the trading hall. Nice.
Yeah.
Does anybody have a tower? Yes.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, you don't get to keep that.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, the trading
Alright.
hall is the aqueduct, but for the trading phase, essentially. Having both the aqueduct and the trading hall makes you a very effective producer, no matter whose turn it is.
I believe it is Greg's turn.
It is. Greg, what do you want to do?
I want to produce.
Here's the funny part. If you choose to produce right now, you get to produce on 4 production buildings, even though you only have 2.
And a lot of other people don't have
But
as much production.
I'm limited to 2 right now, right?
Yes. So ironically, Trader isn't the most optimal.
No, not right now.
Oh, sorry, Trader. I mean producer.
Yeah, so I was just like, I had to go with the console.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Right now you don't have places to produce on, but if you
Yeah.
did, you could produce on a whole lot of
A
things.
bunch, yeah. So
And
okay,
you
cool.
draw 8 cards and discard 7. I'm not joking.
Yeah. And everyone else draws 2 and discard 1.
Yep. Yes, it specifically it affects the privilege. The action is you keep the card. The privilege is only draw extra. So you don't keep extra cards, you just draw more. This is a slight
Which is
change.
good. It lets you search for things.
Yes.
That seems ridiculously powerful for a 5-cost card.
The library? Yeah, I told you. It's the most overpowered card in the game.
Like, because I'm just thinking, I've played a lot of the game that's just like this, made by the same people, but space themed.
Yep.
Race to the Galaxy, and Race to the Galaxy has effects like that, but they're not gonna double. It's like the best you might be able to do is like a +3 to your search.
The general consensus is that the library's weakness is if you don't draw it in the first 4 or 5 buildings, it's not as effective. It's a snowball card. It adds up over the course of the game better than almost any other card does.
Yeah.
My go.
Yes.
I needed to discard a card.
So basically, the weakness of the library is if your opponent gets it, and then you're sad. Fair enough. Producer, produce 1 more. Lily, you could produce 1 on your choice. And and then of course you can produce 2, Greg. And Mock, you could produce 1.
The silver is good.
Yes.
You can. You get to produce. All right,
Oh, but no
and
pain.
I actually have a choice of what to produce on now.
I know. Put all your rolls away. It's Governor Mock turn.
Interesting. I think I got the idea of this game now.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I do too.
Yeah.
Now it's fun.
Just curious, how do the points tally up?
The bottom of the card is how many points they're worth. Once one player places the 12th building, you finish that round. So everyone does their roll. And then you count all those points up. In addition, there are certain bonus points that have to do with certain bonus cards. The Cathedral, the Governor's Palace, the Mansion, stuff like that.
Gotcha, okay.
I am going to build, and I'm going to pay nothing to build an office building.
Yep, and even worse, it would... by the way, building can never go negative. So technically speaking, this costs Mock -1 cards, but he doesn't gain a card because of this.
No, it cost me 1 because the effect you're thinking of only applies to production buildings.
Oh, do
It's
you not have the one for the city?
No.
Oh, you
I have
have
one
draw...
that lets me draw.
That's what it is. You're backwards. Never mind.
Yeah.
So everyone
yeah.
can
Everyone can build.
this one.
Everyone can build, and I draw a card because I built a city card.
Yep. You cannot build, Greg, because you can't afford to, and same for you, Wizard, I believe.
Yeah, looking at like how many cards people
That
had,
one,
I kind of
just
figured
like
that a
that
lot of people probably can't build right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah,
I could,
Wizard
I
can-
could build a few, but that's
Mhm.
what I want.
Did you build that
What's
one?
that?
Yeah,
Gold
that's what I
mine.
just
That
built.
sounds useful.
Gold Mine is a prospector phase card. It's been nerfed slightly because it used to be considered very powerful. On the prospector
Yeah.
phase, you get to do something, which is not normal.
Yeah, I guess it's not that great because like
Yeah, because they all
It's
have to be different
unlikely.
values,
Mhm.
so it's
Yeah.
a risk, but it might,
You might get a-
it may be worth
Yeah.
it.
It used to be better because you could keep your choice of cards.
Really?
Now it's only the
Dang.
cheapest, which isn't as good.
Yeah.
But it's still something to... The main advantage of the card is it gives you something to do if someone else is spamming Prospector.
True.
If someone else realizes playing Prospector, you can now slow the game down and make them think twice before prospecting. because you might benefit too. All right, and that's the build turn. It is your turn, Greg.
I will
Prospect instead of trade.
Very good, very good point.
Yep.
Yes.
I don't want to like go too much with the meta, but for first game I'll be like, hey man, have you considered this? And then second game I'll be more ruthless.
Are valid. Because,
Okay.
yeah.
So what's the worth value?
Let's find out what the market prices are today. Dun dun dun. Not terrible. Unless you're the person who actually is the trader, in which case, kind of not great.
Yeah, it's crappy, dude.
This is
Tell me to
Taking
trade
just a
it.
minute what it is.
You get 2 cards, which, to be fair, is more than the prospector would have given you. That would have only given you 1.
Well, at least they
I
go
get
in my
3
hand, right?
cards.
Yes.
Okay, well,
Oh wait, I meant
not
to
a bad trade-off.
what's that?
Yep.
Just I get 3.
I think once I shuffle, it'll be fine. Who knows? We'll figure it out.
All right, so I get 2 from that.
Yep. And because you have the trading post, you can do the 1 as well.
Yep.
Yep, Greg, I think
I
you can...
get 1 from this.
Yep. Greg effectively has a really good production strategy going. All he needs now is more production buildings.
My go?
Yes. Everyone has produced, or sorry, has traded? Yes, good. Good, good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go production.
Okay.
Lay 2 down. Plus, hold up. Plus, I draw a card.
Yep.
Yes.
Because if he produces at least 2, he
Yeah, with
gets
the
to
well.
get 1 card.
Each player can produce 1 good. I can produce 2.
And you can produce them up to 2 as well. Greg. Alright. Then that's that. It is your turn, Lily. Do you want to be a prospector or a counselor? Counselor will give you options. Prospector will just give you a card.
Yeah, and then I get to draw 4.
And nobody
additional
else.
After that.
Everybody else gets cards with the counselor.
Yep.
I'm doing prospector.
So
'cause
prospector
why not?
first, you draw a card, and then because it's your turn first, I'll check the 4. I have to shuffle. Okay, I'll draw the 4 cards myself if it lets me. Will it let me? It did not. That's
just
rude.
Give it to everyone.
Didn't mean to do that.
Okay.
That's annoying. Okay, so I'm gonna put these
Let me just
cards over
shuffle the
here.
discard.
I'm gonna shuffle this, and I'm going to flip the whole thing, and shuffle it a few more times. And here's our new draw pile. And
Do these cards?
these
Never mind.
cards are going to be Lily's 4 cards. I'm going to see if they match, and if they don't, if none of them match, Lily gets the cheapest.
You could search. You could like right
Yep.
click search.
Yes, that is correct. I can do that. Exciting news, Lily. They don't match, so you get this one. Game, can I... here, okay, I know what they are then.
You need a.
It does
Yeah,
not-
you were still searching.
There we go. You get a present. The cheapest of the cards. You don't get a choice, sadly, because there were some really good cards in there, and you got that one. But hey, at least it's you can spend it for something better. And now Mock draws
definitely.
1 card and sees if it's a duplicate.
Wait, if they all have different building costs, 2 of those had 6.
Oh, different building. Oh, whoops. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, building costs. I'm wrong. So never mind. You don't get that card. My bad. I forgot it's. I thought for some reason I was thinking it was the same card, not the same building
It
costs.
seems like that wouldn't happen that often. But
I've
it also
only
is also a 1 cost card.
Yeah, that's why it's a 1 cost. I've only seen it trigger 4 or 5 times.
I need to go use the bathroom.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no worries.
And Mock, did you draw your 1 card yet?
I did not. Let me do that.
Yep.
He gets a job.
Does anybody have a customs house? I don't think so.
No one does. No one has a customs office.
Sweet, I gotta keep it.
Yay! And that's it. I'll hand over governorship to Greg, so you can at least choose your role. But we can't. We other than you playing your role, we can't do much because Wizard's using the bathroom.
No worries. So go take that back.
So basically, you can decide what you do, and we'll go from there. You could gamble on Trader again and hope it pays out better.
I think, yeah, I was thinking of doing that.
Yeah. Because actually, you could do Builder, because with -2 cost, you could build one of the cards in your hand.
Oh, that's true, that's true.
Because it would be a 3 cost rather than a 5.
I do see what you're saying, but would I want to do that?
Right now, your biggest problem is...
What? Oh, so speaking of, I have a beginning of a round thing that I would like to do.
Which thing?
Owner may at the beginning of a round, owner may discard 1 or 2 cards and then draw 1 or 2 cards.
Oh, for goodness sake. Why did they do that in this game? This game did not need that. Good
I will
lord.
discard
Why
2
would they
cards
do that?
I can't otherwise play, and I will draw 2 cards.
With my guard room, it's the beginning of a round 1 as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
No
yeah.
one except for Wizard can have more than 7, and I believe I keep.
Yeah, all players without a guard room reduce their hands to 6 cards. Tower owners keep them. So, everyone has 6.
And I stay at 7.
Yep.
Since I have the.
Wow, that's an attack card. That's the only attack card I've ever
Yeah,
seen
I
in this
saw
game.
that. I got that. I drew that my first turn, and it was like, that's kind of cool. But I didn't play it.
That's interesting because yeah, they've never had an actual offensive card in this game before. I think that's the only one that affects
That's
other
good.
players.
That's good. They should that's my biggest complaint about Race for the Galaxy, like the space version of this, is that it's really cool, but it kind of feels like you're playing solitaire.
You are,
because there's not very much interaction, and it seems like this version has a little bit more interaction between people.
Which is funny because by default, that card isn't in the base game; it's an expansion card.
Yeah.
So by default, the main interaction is the 5 rolls. Have you decided yet, Greg, which one you want while we were thinking?
There's so many things. I think I messed myself up earlier on, but I will go with the trade.
Okay. The advantage is, at least, if someone else does build, you'll be able to afford it. Let's see what the final market day is. Dun dun dun! The shittiest one!
Ah, dude.
Oh no.
Yeah.
The worst part is
Well,
I knew that was going to happen.
I get 3
That's why I was
cards,
subtly
so-
hinting Builder.
Yeah. Really done. Okay,
Once you've memorized the markets, you can know which one the 5th one always is, at least.
I suppose the rest of us can do the trade action, then we just have to wait for Wizard.
Exactly, yeah. In theory, it does mean that Wizard doesn't get the cards in order, but whatever. Don't care. His loss.
It doesn't really matter. Yeah.
Ian, at the beginning of Wizard's phase, I'm gonna have to draw. I'm gonna have to discard a couple cards.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, when do you discard?
You discard at the beginning of the governorship. So as long
okay,
as you
cool.
spend them before...
So as long as
Right, I'm back.
You're back.
What
Okay.
did I
don't
miss?
have to.
Trade
I
turn.
don't have.
Yeah,
to
but
do
somebody will
that
probably play
until
Builder.
Yeah.
next governor.
Yeah, before the next
Return.
governorship. So, for example, Wizard, you, and Mock will choose a role. You put the rolls away, and that's when you discard.
Yeah. So as long as somebody plays Builder.
Yes.
It's weird that Builder is the only way.
Okay, so I can trade.
Yes.
Is what you're saying? Okay.
What was the trade? The trade one. It was,
Oh, whoops. Oh, yeah, you're right.
Oh, it was like all ones.
One,
you would get 3.
1, 2,
For your
2, I
trades, you
believe
get
it was.
3.
Wait, what?
I accidentally forgot that you weren't here. Coffee was worth 2 and Indigo was worth 1. So you would have 9
Because
cards.
of your trading post, you get.
So 4,
Yep. No, 3.
3.
Yeah. 2 for the coffee, 1 for the Indigo.
Oh, 2. Okay.
Yep.
So shuffle them cards.
And as a result, we have 2 people with more than 8 cards in their hand. Better fix that problem real soon. It is your turn, Wizard, to choose a role. And yes, Builder is the only way to reduce the cards in your hand other than discarding. Everything else is about getting more cards in your hand.
Ay, damn it, Wizard.
All right.
Good man. Good man.
The good news, at least, is you can still build. You can afford to because of what you traded for. And ironically, it still cost you all your cards. Assuming you don't build a cheaper one, but I have the feeling I know what you want to build.
Look at that one.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out which ones I want to sell.
It's okay. I'll get all these back.
Building that one.
In theory, you'll be by having all these production buildings, you'll be able to build up a bunch of cards.
Yeah.
Oh, we're building.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what cards I want to discard.
Mm-hmm.
Two.
Because you built the library as well, so
Three.
both libraries are out of play.
1, 2,
4.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
4, 5, 6.
We have a city hall. Owner earns 1 additional victory point for every city building. So currently the city hall is worth 4 points because it includes itself.
That they've played.
Well, yeah, that are on there too. Yeah, that are worth on. Yeah,
Okay,
it's
cool.
Yeah.
Not in total, because that's a lot of points. If it's
Yeah, no. It's only the ones that.
Total, y'all are screwed.
Yeah, for every one of yours. And similar to the 5-point cards, there's I think only 2 of each of the 6 points cards. So there's only 1 other city hall. And then the equivalent for production, if I recall correctly, is the guild hall. We're not going to do the cathedral because I don't know what the cathedral does or is for. I have no clue how that works. I was like, is that just something you build if you have 7 cards? I don't know.
I think I'll produce this round.
Okay. And you produce on your silver mine.
Of course.
Perfect. And Mock, you
I'd
can
be
produce.
a fool not to.
I'm gonna build a quarry. I'm
Okay.
gonna build a city card. I draw a card.
Cool. And then producing, it is production turn now, Mock.
Producing, cool.
Yes.
I will just build on my tobacco.
Valid.
That's the thing, but I could
You
have
can,
done
yeah, you can do
this,
on
but
2.
Yeah.
I might suggest
Oh,
the
yeah, I
sugar over the
oh, yeah,
indigo because sugar is occasionally worth more.
I have to do this.
Usually you want to produce on the higher values when possible.
Yeah.
I gotta throw everything away.
Yeah.
1, 2, 2, 5.
Well, do you? No, you don't.
Yeah.
Why?
Owner draws 4 cards, and if all have different building
Oh,
costs,
that.
the cheapest. But
Prospector,
since all
right.
2 of them are the same. Yeah.
Because are you doing Prospector, Mock?
Oh wait, I did that wrong.
Wait, are you doing a prospector now?
I'm tired.
Yeah.
I
Lily
was
accidentally.
I was probably going to do prospector, but I hadn't figured that out yet. Yeah, I think I'll do that.
Okay, so whichever card you drew first goes to Mock.
That was.
I don't
the
really
legal
care if you want to
plan.
just
That one. Enjoy.
the worst card. Okay,
I'll
cool.
draw
Yeah.
this one and
Ironically, it hurts Lily the most though because that one would have actually helped.
I
It would have
still
helped.
have
Numbers.
to like throw them all away.
Yep.
Anyways.
Does anybody have a park in play?
I'm like,
don't think so.
No.
Cool. I keep the card.
yeah, 9:30.
Yeah, the tobacco or not the carpenter definitely seems like no, it's a goldsmith. That's what it is. A goldsmith seems like a decent card. Probably why it's so expensive compared
Oh
to
wow, park
gold.
is such a terrible card.
What does the goldsmith do again?
The goldsmith is the card Mock has. It's also prospector phase. He draws 1 card and keeps it if no one else has built that building yet.
Okay. Okay.
Baron, you should check out what park does.
I see it. Do you know what Crane does?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Crane is okay. Crane seems a little slow, but like a fundamentally like
Mhm.
okay ability. But the fact that you can't use park at all without also having Crane
And it only replaces the
kinda
park. Yeah.
makes it useless. Like it's not a terrible idea. There's a similar concept in Race for the Galaxy.
Mhm.
But it's like a 1-card combo. You don't need 2.
Yes, it's weird that it costs a second card and it only can be built over that. So it's a card that literally only exists once. You build it and hope that you get to replace it later.
I think it probably keeps the points though. But yeah, because it sounds like cards underneath still give you some points. But
Mm-hmm.
We all return.
Yep, and it is now time for a new governor. Wizard.
Wait. Well, and beginning
And-
round, I get to discard 2 cards.
Yep, and anybody who has more than 7 discards down to 6. All right.
Except for Lily and Wizard. Because Wizard has the tower and Lily can have 7.
Exactly. So basically, Greg and Mock discard down to 6 rather than 7.
Yeah.
All right.
That was mean.
It is your turn to choose a role, Wizard.
Damn it!
You weren't getting Builder. There are 3 people before you.
You weren't getting it. But
I mean, I could have maybe
I
done
don't get
something at the end.
And the real problem is that Greg can't build,
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I was saying.
which means Greg will not get a chance to build at all this turn.
I'm gonna choose not to build.
That's fair.
Ooh,
Given the circumstances, I understand why.
Yeah.
I'm going to build. Oh,
I
victory
only
column.
discard 1, right?
To build that, yes, because of the library, yes.
So I need this back.
Yep.
Oh, Wizard got the other library.
Yeah.
No, that's not mine.
What was
That's mine.
yours?
Yeah, the sugar. Yep. You only had to spend 1 card and not the usual 2 because library doubles all privileges.
Yeah.
Screw me up, Wizard.
Mm-hmm. That is one way you can use rolls aggressively, is using them. Because of the fact that 4 of the 5 rolls benefit other players as well as you, sometimes it pays to use them when someone else can't benefit from them. For example, when half the players don't have a lot of cards in their hand because they just built.
Yeah.
Lily, it is
Wait,
your...
I also is it too late, or can I get that other card back because I discarded the wrong card?
Do you know which one it was?
Yes.
Okay, have fun. Lily, it's your
Yeah.
turn.
Crater.
That one right there.
That's fair. Let's see what the market has in store for us today. Dun dun dun! One of the better markets.
I get full or
And you get, well, you have a choice between 3 silver or 2 sugar, Greg.
It's out one of them or all of them?
You can only sell 1 because you have, you don't have any bonuses to trading.
Oh, okay.
But it's 3 from silver, so
Wait,
that's pretty good. That's
what
3
are
cards.
we doing? We're doing trading?
Trading, yes. So tobacco's worth 2 right now.
All right. So coffee is 2,
Yep.
and indigo is 1, so I get 3.
Yes. Indeed. Pretty good trade for everybody. Everybody got a lot of cards. And then, did you do 2 as well, Lily? Because you're the trader, you can trade an additional 1.
oh, that's right. No, I did not. So
Yep.
I need
You can trade Indigo for 1.
to that. Yeah.
Yeah, Indigo's basically... That's part of why everybody starts the game with 1 Indigo, so you always can trade and produce something. Since otherwise, you might not be able to
I
use...
forgot about that privilege.
That's fair, that's fair.
I don't know why, but my brain's acting like it's really fried today.
Yeah, that's fair.
Are we done with the
Trade?
trader
Yes.
phase?
It is your turn.
I will take the prospector.
That makes sense. Alright, draw 2
Does
cards.
anybody have a triumphal arch? Probably
No.
not.
Nope, no one
Cool.
does.
I get to draw 4 and see
Yep.
if there's any different ones.
God damn it, game. And your turn, Greg. Do you want to produce or do you want to counsel?
None of these are going to be really helpful.
The advantage is, at least, if you produce, no one else has production benefits. So although you don't get full capacity, no one else benefits from it.
Yeah,
Like you
I do.
What do you have?
Yeah, I do.
What do you have? You don't, Wizard. because you only get the benefit if you produce at least
I
two.
can only get. I only get that if I get the producer.
Yep. So
Yeah.
because you're not the producer, that might be your best benefit. You only get 2 out of the possible 4, but everyone else only gets 1. Whereas Counselor will get you 8 cards and you'll keep 1.
I will. Who's governor right now? Okay,
The next governor will be Lily.
I'll produce.
Oh, I just want to point out, I did the Prospector.
Yep.
Did Lily do
Yes.
the gold thing?
Yep, and they had
Yeah,
this card
I
because
did.
there was 2 1s and 2 3s.
Cool.
2 1s and 2 2s. That is a first point on my
We are
server,
producing.
because that'd be a full not
Yes.
use.
Cool.
I'm also realizing that, given the circumstances, I can't pull the table out. So although I could make this a 5-player game, it would be very crowded. I would need to find a bigger
Yeah.
table,
Uh-huh.
which I don't know if I can. I'll test that once the game is over and see if I can do bigger table. And then it would mean that every single round we're using all 5 rolls would be a very interesting game.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, because by default, the game caps at 4 players. 5 is not intentional behavior, and would probably fuck with some things. I'm a little curious how it would play. I also don't know if we have time for it. Because it's already been over an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Obviously,
But, like,
And we still probably
the first
wanna
game's
play
always
off
gonna be
of that.
slow.
oh, for sure, for sure.
So new cover is.
Alright, new governor Lily, and I will do my thing where I discard 2 and draw 2.
Everyone is safe from my beginning of round thing.
Oh, it's the
I see my dilemma.
Mhm.
I see. Okay. Got it.
That one. And then that one.
Alright,
And since I just placed this, I can't do anything with its builder phase thing. That'd be
Yeah.
on the next turn. If I remember correctly.
I will build.
I will also build.
I will also build.
Okay. Wizard has reached 8 cards, as has Mock. No, Mock I think is playing 9 now, okay. And Lily has 7, and Greg has 6.
I have 7.
Curious.
So totally counted wrong.
So it's
Curious,
Okay.
Yep.
Aaron.
Mhm.
Am I allowed to have more than one of the same production?
Yes. You are allowed to have more than one of the same production, just not more than one of the same
City.
building.
Yeah.
Which is why I had a game once where I had 3 silver mines. Just go crash that economy. There's almost never a case where you need 3 silver mines, except that I had the card where every production building was worth additional points, and I had the aqueduct and trading hall combo, so I was just producing 3 silver every single time it was my turn, and then trading 3 silver, and it was great. I had to
is
have
everyone
tower
done
that turn.
building?
What's up, Mock?
Is everyone done building?
Yes, looks like it.
Cool. I'm going to pick trading.
Interesting choice. Are you just trying to
Mostly
nerf
'cause I
everyone
don't
else?
want other people to have it. Yeah.
You don't want anyone else to have benefits from it, yeah.
Yeah.
Although...
Oh yeah, can you see what the prices are? Sorry.
Oh
what were you
yes,
saying?
let's see what the market says. Dun 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 dun! Yeah.
Alright.
Solid.
Mid-tier.
I get 2.
With-
Oh,
how many?
but actually, when
Depends
I...
on which card you trade. Out of your options, you've got 2 1s and a 2. So I'd say, ironically, it's the silver you want to do.
We could trade as many as we can, or
You can trade only 1,
okay.
because you don't have any benefits to trade more than 1.
With my harbor,
Mhm.
every time I trade, I put 1 of the goods I sold underneath the harbor for 1 point. Which is kind of neat.
That's bullshit.
It's a little late in the game to get that kind of effect, but
The real
it'll
question
be a couple
is,
points.
where's the trade-off? I guess it's designed to balance to make trading phase more attractive, which might be it. I've seen the professional games with this, where it's mostly Prospector constantly. Prospector and Builder are the 2 main goals, and then everyone just argues over who gets stuck with the other roles.
Yeah.
Because why would you ever want other players to benefit when you can prospect? Alright, it's the market. Everyone done trading?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Alright. And your turn, Greg.
I will prospect.
2 free cards. And then Greg Gold Mines.
Two
It's the
free
first
cards?
three, first 2 cards because
Oh,
of a privilege.
Because
First
he gets
library.
the library.
Oh shit!
Somebody has a tobacco, I'm sure. Oh, I have a tobacco.
Yeah.
And I get to draw 4 cards.
Well, first
because
Greg
of
gets
that
2 because he
prospector.
also has a gold mine. So what
I
you
see.
do is you draw 4 cards, Greg, and you see
Okay.
if they're all different values, if they all have different costs. So draw 4.
Okay, so that was 2 for original.
Yep. So that,
And
well, there's
then-
2 more. It's 4 more. I
Okay,
mean.
Okay,
So the 2 you just drew, and then 2 more.
so it's 6 in total.
It's 6 in total. The first 2 are from the first one is the default. The second is from the library. The remaining 4 are from the gold mine.
Gotcha.
You have a 5, a 4, and 2 2s. You don't get to keep them. You have to discard all 4.
Okay. No.
And now Lily does the same thing.
Well, I only. Yeah, I'll drop my 4 now.
Yep.
Okay.
And
Damn it.
2 2s. You get to discard all 4. And then Mock draws 1.
Wait, what?
It's Prospector
What do I
Phase.
I already did my prospector.
What was it?
It was a tobacco.
Oh, it was
sword.
tobacco? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So we just drew 9 cards and discarded all 9 of them. Prospector Phase is fucking troll. It's the
Gotcha.
troll phase.
My go.
It is your turn, Wizard.
Produce.
Yeah, that's fair.
Makes sense.
And I get to put 1 on every single one.
Because you have... You could do
Aqueduct.
Aqueduct and Library. You could do 4, but you can't do
No,
4.
mean to do that.
And then you can do up to 2, Greg, but you can only do 1. And you
I
can,
also draw a card.
and you can do 1, Lily.
Draw a card.
No, it's not draw a card, it's producing.
Okay.
Yep. And of course on silver.
And I'd be a fool not to do it on silver.
Yeah. And then Mock, did you do producing? Yes, you did. Okay.
I did. Yep.
Alright, everyone put your rolls away. Governor Mock turn.
Before that happens,
Yep.
I would like to discard 2 cards.
And the only
And
person
draw
with
2.
7 cards is Lily, so no one needs to discard any.
That was not an improvement. Alright, I get to...
Sorry, I'm like getting easily distracted right now
I'm
by
going
other
to-
stuff.
You're good.
No worries. I'm going to build, and I get 1 less cost,
Mhm.
and plus my quarry, so I will play Triumphal Arch, paying 4, which is
Mhm.
my whole hand.
Owner gains additional victory points for every monument. So by default, the victory column is only worth 4, but because Triumphal Arch, it's now worth 8. Or rather, the Triumphal Arch is worth 4.
I just realized, can I not do that? I wanted to play my other one instead, which is worth slightly more points. but cost the same amount.
Which one is that? The Palace?
Triumphal Arch is cool, but Palace is worth slightly more points. It's just
Yeah.
25% more points.
Oh, I was like, what's that card? Oh, that card goes onto the harbor. Okay. Yep. At the end of the game, 1 additional victory point for every 4 victory points, rounding down, for the record.
Yeah.
So 31 is only worth 7, 32 is worth 8. Anybody else want to build?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna build.
Yep.
I was just figuring out which.
Yeah, that's fair, that's fair.
Yeah, if I
You-
get 1 more point, then it's gonna.
Which
be
one
worth
should I
5.
build, Baron?
Which one should you build? Given what your hand is, you can't use the one all the way on the right. The one
Yeah,
on the
I
left, no one else is doing anything with, so you could potentially benefit, but given your build, I think the one second from the left will probably benefit you the most. So I'd say one of the two on the left.
The other coffee, basically.
You build a coffee, basically, is what I'd recommend.
Okay.
Because you could go prefecture because no one is going counselor, and it could let you benefit from counselor. Prefecture lets you keep an additional card from the counselor phase. It makes counselor phase hella worth it, because it makes counselor phase 2 cards of choice. As I've noticed that counselor is everyone's least favorite phase, because no one's investing in it, which is fair.
Yet.
I wouldn't say yet, because the game's almost over.
The game is almost over. We have
It
2 more
is.
full rounds.
Yeah, 2.
Right now, it's in between me and Mock.
At least
Yep.
2 more rounds.
Who's going to end the game at least. I don't know who has the most points. It's probably Mock, but it's close. Lily's also in a pretty good spot for points. Greg, my condolences.
No, it's okay. I can turn this around.
Yeah, you could. There is another palace, but you also could just you could go and get the 8-point victory column, which could help. I don't know if you're calling what's it called, Triumphal Arch, which could benefit too. All right, which role would you like, Greg? Anything but builder.
Right.
With the library, you could trade all 3 of your trade goods. For the record.
With the...
Because,
Oh, yeah, that's true.
yeah, privilege +1, library +1, you could do all 3 trade right now.
That's a fun trade here.
Wizard could also do some trades, although he has lower value trades, and then Lily and Mock would get theirs as well. So that's the trade-off. Prospector is...
So I can get
Nah, I'll just go with Prospector for now. 'cause-
Okay. And, god damn it. Draw 2, then draw 4, and...
Oh, there's not
Yep.
nearly enough cards.
I know, that's why I was trying to convince you to do the other one. Damn it.
Oh.
And so the 2 you keep, the other 4 you discard. So discard those, and then I'll shuffle everything. Well, hang on, I'm going to put these in the discard pile as
Oh,
well.
yeah. No worries.
Ugh.
All right, Lily, draw 4. I
We
tried.
happened to go through the deck
let me-
twice, Baron.
Uh-huh.
Am I
I
doing
forgot
this
about...
wrong?
Yeah, because you guys built a little less, but also because you were drawing more cards. Yeah.
And I will draw my 1.
Uh-huh. No one has...
Oh, I actually don't think anybody has this card.
Nobody does, because why would you have
Ooh.
this card?
I almost built it earlier.
What, poorhouse?
I don't know if it's worth
What?
it at this point in the game.
No, the bank.
Poorhouse?
The bank.
Uh,
It might be, actually, because what you could do is if you
It
build
could-
it,
could.
and at the beginning of the next round,
I just immediately discard everything.
yeah, you just guard your entire hand and say, screw it.
Problem is, right now I don't think it's worth it because I currently have no hand.
Yes, that is correct. If you had a tower, you could possibly put 11 cards under there and then have an instant
Yeah.
11 cards.
Alright, my go.
Yes. Your turn to choose a role. Yeah, I knew it.
I'm going trader.
All right, let's see what the market value is today. Do. The worst.
Alright,
So
so
that did.
2,
Mhm.
3, 4.
Yep. So in the end, it wasn't the worst that you made that choice, Greg, because you would have only gotten 2 extra cards. And you got the prospector bonus, so it actually benefited you simply because it was the
Did
worst
I
market.
accidentally hit 4?
Yeah,
Oh, you hit 4? Okay, then discard the 2 that you on the right you get rid of.
It would be this one was extra. Did you want me to
Just
put it in the
discard.
discard pile or?
Just discard. It's easier at this point.
Okay.
We're definitely not getting through the deck a third time. Wizards like challenge accepted. And then, so you discarded both of the 2, Lily? Because you did 4 rather than... Oh, wait, no, yeah, it would be... Right, 3 because the market hall, yes.
I had 3.
Yep, okay, perfect, we're good.
And I got 3. Okay.
Alright, it is your turn, Lily, to choose a role. Do you want producer or counselor?
I'll do counselor because I can put 1 gold good on the customs office.
Nice.
Go ahead and flip.
Counselor phase. Put 1 good on the customs office. Trader phase. Sell this good for 2 cards.
So I'm gonna go ahead.
Interesting.
And
Okay,
for
that's
now.
a way of combining the...
Then I need
It feels like the expansion
draw
really wanted to buff the trading and producing phases, which, to be fair, needed it.
5 cards. 5.
Whereas I would argue the Goldsmith was not necessary.
With my library, does that apply to me, or is it just...
It's not your turn,
regular?
so no. You draw 2, discard 1.
Gotcha.
Yep.
And...
Yeah, I would argue that doesn't matter between those 2.
I will
Yeah.
get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. This is good, but I think I already have that in my hands. I'm keeping that one.
Alright, everyone done counseling?
Yep.
Okay. Governor Overship over. It is time for Governor Greg.
Back. Sorry.
Before we do Governor Greg, I would like to do my discard thingy.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, maybe I don't. These are not bad cards.
You just need to
I
be able to
might
afford
actually
them.
want to play any of them. I can't afford them, but like of the cards I'd probably want to be playing.
Mm-hmm.
I think I might just not do
Mhm.
that.
Between, let's
I'm probably
see.
not gonna do Guild Hall, so I'll do 1 for 1.
Well, hang
Is
on.
there-
Oh, yeah,
is
for every
there only-
production. Yeah, that's not good.
It would be worth 4 points right now, which is not nothing, but it's probably cards I played before that.
No, it's not worth 4 points. It'd be worth 2 points.
No, because it's 2. It's 1 point for each production building, and then 1 point for each type.
Oh,
of production
they
building.
changed
I have 2
it.
types and 2 buildings.
Interesting. Originally, it was just.
So right now it's 4.
Originally, it was, I think, just 2 for every production building.
But it could be up to 6 if I played that card and another
yeah.
production
Oh,
building.
for sure, for sure. Interesting. That is an interesting change. I did not realize they modified it. Okay. I kind of want second edition now. Just
Yeah, it's
because.
a cool game.
Yeah. Because I own the original in physical, and I played the original digital for so many hours.
So is it my go?
It's Greg's turn. Greg hasn't gone yet. Mock was doing his pre-turn stuff.
Yeah, I was doing my pre-turn stuff. There's some other pre-turn
okay.
stuff I saw. There's some cards that do other pre-turn abilities. But...
Yep.
Okay, so if I go builder,
Yes.
what is the
Logical
benefit of
choice.
library?
What would the library will let you?
It costs 2 less.
Yeah,
Yeah, it costs 2 less.
rather than the usual one.
Got it.
And if
Okay,
you,
so
in your
for-
case, if you build a city building, you'll draw 1 card after you finish the building.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, perfect. Okay, so
You play
Boom.
that, it'll cost 1, and then you draw 1.
I'll discard 1. I'll draw 1.
And everyone else can
Oh,
build
yeah,
as well.
Chapel is like the harbor, sort of.
Can I build as many as I want?
The chapel, or no, you can only build 1. Only 1
Oh.
build. Yeah.
Or the bank. It's a very slow bank.
Yeah, you can only build 1 card per, or 1 building per round.
Okay.
Knowing that, do you wish to build a different building, or are you okay with the one you built?
Let me think about this.
Mm-hmm. You'll probably be able to benefit by getting at least 1 additional victory point. Probably not more than that, though.
Probably not more than that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But given what's in your hand, I'm not sure anything's really better, to be honest.
Right. Okay. I will end.
And at the very least, you have a big hand, so Chapel will probably benefit. You'll have something to put under there next round.
Yeah.
Discard that, and I need to also draw a card because of my carpenter.
Are you building something,
Hey,
Wizard?
Baron.
Yeah.
Is it worth it building that other one? Or wait,
Which one?
the other coffee?
Here's the thing. You can only build at most 2 more cards. Mock did not choose to build because he can't afford to. So this is up to you.
I'm going to build. I was just waiting for other people.
Oh, are you going to build something?
I'm building, yeah.
Okay. Mock build the bank. So the game is almost over. At this point, I'd say it's worth it only because Mock is going to probably end the turn next round. If given the choice, given the chance.
What's the bank do?
He can put
I can once per game discard as many cards as I want under it, and it's that many points.
Mm-hmm. Which would allow him,
Okay.
in theory, to at the beginning of next hand, whatever he has left in his hand, dump it all under the bank and get points. Mock's one.
You see what I was trying to wait and build, right?
Oh, absolutely. I see what you're trying to build. Yep, so given that, you get... Yeah, that's an interesting... Let me double check.
You talking to me?
Yeah, I'm looking at your hand right now. I see what you're going for. You would be able to get from that some points, yes. Given the circumstances... No, let me read the exact... yeah, this is a brand new card I have never seen before, so give me a second, sorry.
You can also look it up in the rules. They have a description of every card.
The coffee roaster would not benefit from the effects of this. Because it's looking for different buildings of the same cost.
And right now I have the 3s.
You have the 3s, and you have... You might be almost better off putting a 2 down to benefit from that. And hoping you can get enough to then afford that on your next turn. Because remember, you're governor next turn. And with the library, you'll get a 2 discount. So what you could do is build a 2, and then gamble you'll have enough cards to build the 6 on your turn.
So build the 2?
Yes, the 2 specifically, because that way you'll have 3 2s. Which will allow you to get the benefit from that. Yeah, although you have only 10 cards, you're not getting to 12. Mock is going to try to end the game as soon as possible. Actually,
Which I may or may not be able to do, depending on what
that
I
is
draw.
true.
I
You
have
might not
one
have-
card in hand.
You might not have the cards to end it as soon as possible, so we'll see. You might have 2 turns, Wizard, in which case you're good.
So my go now?
Lily, did you want to build?
I did.
Okay, cool.
I built the smithy.
Nice. Alright. It is now your go, yes, Wizard?
Will do, sir.
Makes sense.
Nice.
And I get one on every single one.
Uh-huh.
You know what?
Yeah.
I forgot
Not
to
every
actually
single
write
one,
it.
only on 4.
See, that's the thing. It's like I kind of have to end the game.
Is it
'cause
4?
You're just getting such card advantage every turn.
It's on up to 4, yes, so not your Indigo. Your Indigo is basically pointless now. It's
So
1
have to
plus
draw
1
a
for
card.
Privilege, plus 1 for
Just
Library,
realized
plus
on
1
the
for Aqueduct.
okay, so it is okay.
Yep.
You did producer.
Yep, he did Producer, so you can produce on up to 1.
Yeah, I'll produce on silver.
Yep.
I just realized I don't think I drew a card on the builder phase because I build one after.
Oh, yes. Yeah, please,
draw one after
please
build.
draw one.
I also draw a card too.
Yep, because you had 2 as well. Yep. Alright. Lily,
I'm
which...
gonna crash your lobby.
Hi, what's up?
Hey.
Hey,
How was Clue?
boo.
Go yourself. That was good.
Cool, cool.
I want to do trader.
Welcome to San Juan.
Alright, I get to
Imagine,
trade 2.
imagine if Dominion was way less aggressive.
Made by the same people too.
Mm-hmm. Weird how that works.
Alright.
Oh,
Baron.
Baron, can you
Trader.
see what the prices are?
Yeah, trader, let's see what the market has to offer today. Dun dun dun. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. That is the best market in the game.
All right, so you go. You go first, right?
4.
Uh-huh.
And then because I have this one, I can sell this for 2 cards.
Yep. And you get an additional 2. Here's the problem. You're all going to have a bunch of cards. There's no way you'll be able to spend them, so you're all discarding next turn, basically.
Not
That's
me.
fine.
Yeah, not if you don't draw too many, yes.
No,
You
not
could,
you.
No,
I
not
go
me.
down-
oh, yeah.
I can have up to 12.
Given the math, you could actually go over 12, possibly. Let me check. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. If you sold everything, you'd have 13.
I can't sell everything.
Right now.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You can't, because you're not in charge.
I can only sell 2.
You're good. But Lily and Greg... Yeah, Greg, because... No, you don't have the trade hall, so you can't sell 2. So you're at 8, and you'll have to discard down to 6 thanks to Lily's guardhouse.
I will say, Aaron, you said that we were definitely not going to have to shuffle again. And it's been 1 turn, and we've gone through about half the deck.
I said challenge accepted.
So
Fight me.
we'll see if your prediction's accurate.
We
It's starting
will
to look like it. It
We
might
will
not be.
see. Because I'm still betting we won't. And Mock can tell why.
If next turn is as many cards get drawn as this turn, then we probably will. But
I
that
know,
depends
but
on
I
whether or not
don't-
next turn is the same.
I don't think that's
Which may
going
or
to
may not happen. Yeah.
Is everyone done trading?
Yes.
All right, Mock, what do you want to do? Prospector Council.
Yeah, so another reason why I think we're going to hit that, potentially, is because I'm going to do a Prospector, which is going to draw at least 9 cards.
Yeah, I know. 10. It's going to draw 10 cards. So first, Mock draws 1 card.
I draw 2 cards.
Well, yeah, first you draw 1, then you draw a
Oh, yeah.
second, and you discard it.
Does somebody have a guard room? I
Yes.
think somebody played it.
Yes, Lily
Yeah,
does.
I got a guard room.
Okay, cool.
And then you draw 4 cards, Greg, for your gold mine.
4.
God, I hate the gold mine. And you don't benefit because there's 2 3s. And Lily, will someone finally benefit from the gold mine?
6. Give me 1 second because I'm still doing other stuff.
You have so much hand. Lily, your hand is enormous.
No, and I need to draw 4 more is the problem.
Uh-huh.
The gold mine is also one cost for 1 point, which is actually not that bad a value.
And you get no benefit because it's a 1 of 5, 5, 6. Can you tell what's going on, Scylla?
Kind of. I can see that Liam's hand is enormous. I just said enormous.
Inordinate.
Inordinate.
Ornament.
Alright, and that's it for round 11. Everyone return. Greg, please discard down to 6. Lily, please discard down to 7.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I'm about to.
What makes
I
it
was
6?
just.
Because Lily has a guardhouse, which forces your cap from 7 down to 6.
Interesting.
Yep.
Does it force mine from 12 to 11?
Nope.
No, it does not.
Tower counters the
I'm gonna do-
guardhouse.
I'm going to do my
Gotcha,
discard 2,
okay.
draw 2.
Yeah, that's fair.
There we go. Well, I can build what I want to build when it's building time.
I will do the same.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
will
Uh-huh.
discard 2.
Can you do... why would you do that, though? Mock can do that because he has a card that lets him do that.
Oh, beginning of round. Owner replace 1 card from their hand under the chapel.
Yeah, that's what you have, is you can choose any
That's a
card of
slightly
your choice under the
different
chapel.
effect, yeah.
So is there any card you feel like belongs under the... Oh, wait! Hang on. The one you discarded can go under the chapel.
Well, it hasn't. At the end of the round, I had to discard 1, right?
Nope. You discard at the beginning of the game after
Oh.
chapel.
Okay.
Forgot about that part, so yes, just put under the chapel instead and get a free point.
Got it.
Yep. Yeah, that's how it works. Deliberately, the chapel and the bank both take effect before discard.
Got it.
That is a deliberate gameplay mechanic.
Also at the beginning, I'm going to put 3 cards under the bank.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, of course.
Mock probably won. Wizard maybe has a chance, but I'm pretty sure Mock's won this.
No, come
I
on.
mean, I could have a chance too.
You could.
Yeah.
Basically, both what Wizard and Lily need is to get a card that gives them a lot of points. Which,
I mean, I got this one.
don't say that. I was trying to pretend you don't. I wanted you to be the surprise out of nowhere winner.
Eh.
Greg,
Sorry.
sorry.
All right, so my go.
Yeah, for context, Scylla, I have access to see I'm playing Game Master. I'm not in the game. I'm just seeing everyone's hands. So
So I'm doing builder.
yeah, I figured.
Yep.
But yeah, I
I'm
did notice there are only
building
4
this
people
card.
actually
It only
playing.
costs 4.
Yep. Yeah, it goes up to 4 players, so I chose to just be the host. And this is the first game of the night too, so I actually probably will not be playing in the board game lobby tonight.
2, 3.
Does it cost me 1 less?
Let's see.
Library?
No, oh, that's only on your turn. Only when you're the host.
Mine. I draw 1.
Yeah, library's strong, but it only affects you on your turn. So it's very important to get the roll you want. So you building, and you you build the victory column, so you got to spend 4. Yes. Cool.
And then I draw 1.
Mm-hmm. Because the carpenter, yes. All right, and then you built Wizard, and then did you build Lily?
Yeah, I did.
Yep. City Hall. Owner earns 1 victory point for every city building, whereas Wizard built the most complicated fucking card in the game. Owner earns
hold
4,
on.
7, 9.
She can't build that.
Why can't she?
She can't build that.
Why not?
She
I
has
just
2 of
started
them.
6 cards.
Oh yeah, you
Oh,
can't
wait,
buy.
that's
You
right.
You already have a city hall.
Good point. Whoops, I didn't even
Oh,
notice
that's
that.
right.
Yes,
Um.
I didn't realize you had one already. Sorry about that.
6 for mine.
Yes.
I don't even remember which 6 for mine is.
Just take the 6 off the top, I guess. And then, I don't know. Build the statue, maybe? It's worth 3 points.
The statue
Probably,
was
yeah.
for me. I know that.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
I don't know what. I know I had a silversmith. I know
Yep.
that for a fact.
Yep. So maybe just build the silversmith because it's worth 3 points.
Yeah.
And that's better than nothing.
Okay. I keep forgetting I can't build that because I'm like.
Yeah, you're good.
tired.
I didn't even notice either. I should have caught that as well.
1.
The problem is Wizard and Lily are upside down, so I don't see their hands quite as easily as I see Mog and Greg's. And because I need to change, as I keep forgetting to. I have both rotate camera and rotate card bound to the same key. So if I rotate camera over a card, it rotates my camera and rotates the card.
I'm trying to make sure I'm not doing the same.
And I have not found any key that I feel comfortable remapping either of those functions to. Because I'm a professional.
You should just remap like a whole bunch of keys to rotate your camera, because it would be very unplayable,
Uh-huh.
but amusing.
Alright.
Well, yeah, rotate camera has to say Q and E because that's what it is in almost every game I play. I deliberately have rotate camera on those buttons, so it's like, what do I remap rotate card to? And I haven't decided yet.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, so Lily's done building. Mock has built his 12th card.
Yep.
Because he built the HUD for free, which means that after everyone gets one more turn,
Oh, technically I draw a card. I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah.
it'll matter, but
it won't affect you at all. We have one more round, which won't really affect anything, but we'll play it out.
it might affect things.
Unlikely. So we can do producing and trading, but because you can't build anything, you probably won't be able to get any victory points. But we'll try it in case.
We should do it.
We should see it through.
Yeah, so do it for sure. Oh, to finish off Wizard's card, owner earns 4, 7, 9, 10 points for 1, 2, 3, or 4 sets of 3 different buildings of the same cost. He has 2 sets of 3s. He has a set of 3s, which are all different, and a set of 2s that are all different. So he gets 7 victory points for his residence. That's what I meant earlier with the copy, because it needs to be different cards. It can't be 3 of identical cards.
Mm-hmm.
Which is designed to make sure you can't just have that in a bunch of production cards.
Yeah.
So the reason we need to do the other phases is because if I'm able to do a trade phase, I'll make 1 point.
Oh, right, because the harbor.
which we'll be able to do because
Guaranteed.
You just did a,
So you're
Yeah.
Mach won. Mach just won. Mach
Yeah.
wins. The question is, did Wizard or Lily get second?
Hey.
I'm
Come on,
gonna do
I could
trade.
I could be third.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see.
Oh, I just remember what one of the
No
cards was
confidants.
earlier. Oh well.
Can we do trade phase?
Yep, we can do trade phase. You do trade. Everybody trade whatever you want to trade.
Well, no, you gotta bring the. Thing
Oh
up.
yeah. 1,
Haha.
1, 2, 2, 3. So you get 3 cards. Finally, when you can't spend them, because you will not have a chance to build again for the rest of the game, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think the only thing that matters is if you have ways to get points in other phases.
Also,
which
we
there
wanna
are
see if we
some
can-
ways to do.
We need to see if we get through the whole deck,
Oh, we also need to see if we get through the whole deck, which were 3 cards.
which we're
away.
going to get through the whole deck. So screw you. Because whether you do Counselor or
Oh,
Prospector,
either
we
way,
have
we're
it.
gonna get
Either
through
way,
it.
because no matter what, we have to go through a bunch of cards.
Yep.
So, Greg, how do you want to draw a bunch of cards and not be able to do anything?
I want to prospect.
Okay, draw 1 card.
Prospect just draws the most amount of cards.
Then draw 2. No. Counselor would actually be more because it would draw 14 to the only being 10 for the
Oh,
Prospector.
man.
Then draw those 2, and I'll
Oh,
flip and
jeez.
shuffle the deck. So draw those 2, Greg.
Then I gotta do 2 more.
Then you do 2 more. And they don't match, so discard.
Oh, that's-
And then Lily has to.
And
do
then Lily does
4.
the same thing. And they match 3 2s. You gotta discard. And then Mock draws 1. And we see if anyone's built it.
Probably.
Poor house.
Poor house. Nobody's built it.
So you keep it. Congrats. That didn't matter.
You got
then-
lucky with
The
that.
poor house.
I'm also not sure. I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a tie game rule about how many cards you have left in hand or something. I have no idea.
There is a tie game rule. I don't know how it works. I think it's actually whoever has the least buildings. All right. Let's count up the points. Everyone can put your rolls away. I'll put the market away. Everyone, to start, count all of your buildings up. And I
The
will
tie
write...
game rule is the number of cards in hand plus the number of production buildings.
What the hell?
So cards in hand do matter.
So, player name, we're gonna go... I'm trying to write here, game. Pen. Why is it not letting me write? Oh, is it because I'm Game Master? No, that shouldn't be it, because Game Master should be able to write no matter what.
Is it writing below?
It
Yeah, it's
is.
writing. Not writing on it. It's writing.
God
So
damn
we
it,
just
okay.
count the victory points on all the cards.
Yeah,
together?
first off, just count the normal victory points. Ignore any that have a question mark. We'll do those separately. I'm gonna just count the points.
So you count how many buildings you have plus the victory
No, no,
points that
just
on
the
them?
victory points, not the number of buildings.
Just a-
So first off, count the number of points, ignoring question marks on all of your buildings.
I got 16 without the question.
Lily, Mock, Greg, Wizard.
I
Okay.
have
I got
19.
17 without the question.
Okay, and Mock.
I'm still counting.
Okay, Greg.
19.
Nice.
You talked about second place? Mm-mm. We'll see, we'll see. I know.
Yeah, no.
9
Yeah.
for my
I got 27 before the question mark card.
Mm-hmm. You're including the cathedral and everything else as well?
Yeah, including the upside down
Ah,
cards.
yes, sorry, I wasn't counting those yet, but yes. Yeah, you only count the total of the cards, not the... You don't count the points on those cards, only the total number of those cards, by the way.
Okay, cool.
So...
Wait, what?
Is that what you did?
Wait, what's your... Sorry. We're counting how many cards we have?
You,
Or
you
counting-
count how much... If for the bank and for the cathedral, you don't count the point value on the card, only the total number of them.
Wait, then why does
So
they have a point value?
Each card is
The-
one. Each
The
upside down card
bank,
is one.
you count the point value. The cards under the bank, you count the
and
number.
the point value. Yeah.
No, not the
Okay, cool.
not the point value, only the number of cards.
So then I have 20.
I was gonna say
If you're not gonna
27
count the
doesn't
upside
sound
down
likely.
If you're just gonna count, yeah, without those.
Yeah, you don't add the point value up, otherwise everyone would want the bank every single game.
That's not what I did.
Because what did you do for the bank?
No,
So
I'm confused at what you want.
So what
I'm confused with the number that you're looking for right now.
we're looking what I was looking
Points
for
that are
is
directly on my cards
Yes.
is 20 points.
Yep. Did you count? What I'm asking is, did you
No.
count the points?
No, the
Okay.
upside down. That's not counting upside down cards
Okay.
at all.
All right. So next, does anybody have a chapel?
I do.
All right. How many cards are under the chapel?
1.
That is worth 1 point. Does anybody have a bank?
I have a bank.
How many cards are under the bank?
3.
That is worth 3 points. Does anybody have a harbor?
I do.
How many points are under the harbor?
4.
All right.
For the 7th.
That is 4 points. The 6 cost buildings. Does anybody have a guild hall? No one has a guild hall? Oh, I'm actually surprised that somebody did. Okay. Does anybody have a city hall?
I do.
How many city buildings do you have, including the city hall?
7.
All right, that is 7 points. Does anybody have a triumphal arch? Did not think so. What?
I actually did my math wrong. It's 21 points. that I
Ah,
have
okay.
For that first number.
Fair enough. No one has a triumphal arch. Does anybody have a residence?
Yes.
All right. We're gonna you have 7 points for the residence. I'm not gonna bother going over it again. You got 7 points.
Yeah.
Does anybody have a palace?
I have a palace.
All right. We add all of your points up. Currently, before the palace, you have 28 points. The palace adds 28 divided by 4, 7 additional points.
Yeah. I was like, I did the math before, and I knew I had an exact even number if I got the 1
right.
extra point. And so I was like, I did some math wrong. Yes.
Our totals in last place with 20 points, Greg.
Da, 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 da.
In third place with 23 points, Lily.
Yay!
In second place with 24 points, Wizard. Nailed it by 1 point.
Yay.
And with first place with 35 points, Mock.
Wow.
You may now flip the table.
It is blacked out.
Yeah, I still have it.
Yeah.
God damn it,
Flip the
game.
table, here I go.
Yay!
Greg flipped the table. Congratulations. All right.
I like that game. We need to revisit.
Definitely, I would love to revisit that game. That is one of my all-time favorite games.
Need to revisit the
I like
game,
it.
but see if you can get a bigger table.
I'm testing that. That's why I undid. I'm going to test right now if I can do a bigger table. So
You should be able to, you should be able to get all the stuff in this game, but put it in a larger table.
Nice. Okay, it does work that way. That's good. That's what I was worried about. Let's see, what other tables do we have? We have just that, which is the default. Okay, that doesn't work.
Messed everything up, but that's fine.
It's fine. It doesn't matter anymore.
No.
That would-
No.
No.
Actually smaller, but
How is that
No.
even smaller?
Not because that's just...
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, so,
you should
this...
be able to download extra tables.
Oh, I can.
Like, I think you can...
Yeah, there's a poker table as a
Like,
default
yeah.
table you can have.
No, it's not big enough though.
No, it's not. And unfortunately, it looks like... and then I'm guessing this is too small. Yeah, so the only table that's big enough for 6 players is custom rectangle.
It's big enough, anyways.
I think it's
Yeah,
big enough. Yeah.
It is. And is this the one with...
It's like twice the size as what we were just playing on.
Exactly. This is the one that's designed for 8 players, so this is actually fine. And the only catch is that it doesn't support other colors by default in this game. So, like, does it let me... No, never mind. This table does support other colors. So, Wizard could actually have not been piss color and could have been another color in this version. And I can be brown. So yeah, if we play this again, we can try San Juan with 5 players and see how it breaks.
Okay.
I think the only change I would make is rather than trying to fish for another Indigo card, I would just add a 5th Indigo card, because that makes more sense. So the deck would, in theory, stay the same. What it will likely mean is more arguing, because most of the production buildings, most of the action buildings only have 4 of them. Yeah, hey, I'm just going through the mind of like, how does the action economy work? Okay. So, we have a couple of things here. Obviously, right now, it's we don't have time for a second game. I need to go to bed early because I'm going into a grad school class visit tomorrow after work, and I need to be up late. Or early, I mean. So I need to be going to bed at a reasonable time tonight because I'm a loser.
No, you just an old man.
So
That's
normally
How
what we
dare
do
you.
now... What?
Being responsible.
How dare you be responsible?
I know, right? So right now, the
That is
default
fun.
pattern is every 2 weeks we do the random board game night. So in theory, I roll the random game now. What would you guys say, though? Because next week there's currently no schedule. Scylla may have an idea, but if not, we could play this again next week.
Yeah, there's
That
no...
looked good to me.
I would love to revisit Exploding Cats.
Fair.
Oh, yeah.
Exploding Kittens.
Yeah, Exploding Kittens.
I would love to get the chance to play that as well as soon as I know my schedule, which actually I do have something scheduled for next week, which I don't know. Wait, no, I don't have something scheduled.
I was about to say it's not next week.
No, not at this. No, I was talking about Dragon's birthday, which is next week, but it's at a different time.
Oh, okay. So what happened this? Next week we can do Exploding Kittens and San Juan. We can do Exploding Kittens first for everyone, and then move to San Juan afterwards, possibly. I'll have more time next week, and now that we all know how to play both games, they should go faster.
You'll have to teach me the second one.
Exploding Kittens?
No, the other one.
San Juan?
Okay.
That was
Is
this
this
game. That is this game.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, this game's San Juan.
Okay.
Yep, this game is called San Juan. And if you really like this, once we get used to this game, maybe we'll graduate to Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico's cool.
The difference between San Juan and Puerto Rico, in this game, your currency are cards, your goods are cards, and your buildings are cards. In Puerto Rico, your buildings are buildings, your currency is currency, your goods are goods, and there are no cards.
You should put Race for the Galaxy on that list.
That's a good option.
to
I'm going to
like
quickly
just
show you...
see the slight
Yeah.
differences.
I'm going to pull Puerto Rico up quickly so you can see what it looks like.
Oh my god.
This is Puerto Rico. We're not ready for this yet, I don't think. Need more games of San Juan first.
Okay.
But do you see how this one has the specific map where it's like this? It separates production and cities on purpose, and there's
Yeah.
additional roles. In addition to selling goods at the market, there's also the captain who sends goods into the market overseas to trade for other stuff. So yeah, there's this. San Juan is a simplified spin-off of this game. Fun fact, I've never played this game. I have
I
never
don't
played
think
Puerto
this
Rico.
one is that much more complicated,
Nah.
to be honest.
It's mostly has different mechanics and has a few more rules.
Yeah, like the buildings, the way you place buildings is different.
Mm-hmm.
But the yeah, you can totally game the system and
Mhm.
get people to like come to the island, and then you like. There's a mechanic where like the amount of people that come every time are
Mhm.
based on how many like jobs are left unfilled in the city. But
Yeah.
then you just have everybody go and work in the fields instead,
Yep.
and then you just have like every turn lots of people coming.
And
kinda
as you can
trick
see,
all of the
there's
settlers.
8 different roles instead of just 5, and it goes up to 5 players rather than 4.
Okay.
So
I
yeah.
think we could make San Juan work with more people if we
Yes.
just like play with the deck size, like double the cards or whatever, and
Mhm.
play like I don't know if you want 8 players, but
I don't know if doubling it. I think for example,
Like
50%
more cards or whatever,
50% more
and then
cards.
do
I think
6
would
players.
balance. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
the
think
game would probably take a little longer, but
the catch with 6 players is there's only 5 roles. So I don't think it can actually go beyond 5 unless we find a new role.
oh,
to go.
that's true.
And I don't want to fuck around with the game balance that badly. I can make 5 work. I don't think we can make 6 work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
It also is like the nature of how it works means that if you play 5 people, you're always gonna have every single one every
Yep.
single time.
Which, to be fair, if you do 2 players, you're only doing 2. Let's just say
Yeah.
that trading is both better and worse in 2-player. You can choose it more often, but your opponent will avoid it if you're doing it. And building
Yeah.
is more complicated with only 2 players because it doesn't come up as much. This is one of the few games I played that drastically changes with the number of players and changes strategies.
Are you gonna roll for whatever
Yep.
is gonna be in 2 weeks?
Yes, in 2 weeks. I'm going to do that roll now, and we'll see what comes up next. It could be San Juan. It could be Exploding Kittens. It could be It actually could be Puerto Rico. That's on the list too. This game is on the list.
Let me pull up your stream.
Sure.
Wait.
All right. Oh, fucking ad.
Of course. What were you saying, Scylla?
Same.
Trust me, if I could turn the ads off, I would.
No.
Don't do it yet. Hold on.
I make like 15 cents a month off those stupid things. I don't care. I don't need 15 cents a month. I would rather people be able to watch the damn thing. Alright, as usual, I'll roll a 2, a 4, and a 6. Although I feel like at this point we don't really need the 2. It seems like we have a consistent group who enjoys playing. I think the 4 and the 6 are probably fine.
Wait, I have an ad too. Hold on.
Yeah, you're good. I haven't actually done it yet. I am quickly
Okay.
pulling up random.org.
My ad is done.
Yay!
All right, I got no one.
Cool. I'll just wait for Scylla to be ready and then we'll go. Okay. Let me know when you're ready, Scylla.
Okay.
Please be my
Okay,
game.
I'm ready.
What was
I'm
the name?
ready,
Oh, by the
I'm ready.
way, Mock, what was the name of the game you suggested?
It's Race for the Galaxy.
Okay, I will add that on here
It's
quickly too.
basically the space version of San Juan.
Yeah, which,
The way trade works is pretty different, but everything else is basically the same.
yep, I am adding that, and I'm assuming it's the same number of players.
I think so. I can actually check. I have it in real life. Let me go check real quick.
Fair enough. And while you do that...
It is 2 to 4 players.
Yep, that's what I thought. Let's randomize the 4-player game for next week. It is... Okay, it rolled Trouble.
No.
No. The next option is...
Why not? I want to play Trouble.
Of course you do. Scylla's the one who added Trouble onto here, let's be honest.
Okay.
My game went
Yeah, it's fine.
number 27.
Yeah, we could do... Well, we're rolling 2 games.
Yeah.
So we'll have Trouble as one of them and hope it's not the other one. What I maybe should actually do is rearrange it so it's, for example, one, like, casual game and one less casual game. That might be the way to do this, actually.
Yeah. Multiple lists.
My game got number 27 on that list.
Well, let's go see. I'm
The
gonna
one
do...
I just added was actually like 4. Like 4th. Which is kind of funny.
Ooh.
The Unicorns one was third.
Love Letter.
I want to play
Love Letter is
Unstable
cool.
Unicorns.
You wanna play Unstable Unicorns? Would you... Are we okay with swapping Trouble for Unstable Unicorns? Would everyone be okay with that?
Yeah, I think I
Yeah.
played that and it was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unstable Unicorns is still RNG heavy enough for your taste, Scylla, but I think it would be more in line with
Yeah.
what some other people enjoy.
Unstable Unicorns is like almost exactly like the Exploding Kittens, but like way better done in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's like a much better balanced version.
Fair enough.
I mean, it sounds interesting to me.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I have a sibling who swears by it, so I'll put those as in 2 weeks, and then next week we'll do Exploding Kittens and San Juan. I'm glad that this has been working out, and I love that we keep just skipping past and going to whatever choice we actually want on the list. I think that Love
I
Letter
really
might...
want my game.
I know we do, but your game keeps not coming up.
I know it does.
My game hasn't come up either. Roots still hasn't come up.
Ooh,
Beyond the
Root.
Sun still hasn't
Roots
come up.
47.
I don't know if Root is a great game for this format because you kind of need.
Mock,
like, a
have you
lot of
ever played or heard of Beyond the Sun?
time. I remember you mentioned it last time and
Mhm.
it sounded cool, but I've not played.
He mentions it every time, to be fair.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
great game.
I've
think you're a
never
little
heard of it until
fucking
Wizard said it, so I don't know how to play it.
Yep, we'll get to it someday, I'm sure. In theory, we'll eventually get to every game on this list because there are a lot of them.
Well, on top of it, when it comes to the lobby choosing these games,
Yep.
if we have played that game, we skip that game.
typically yes. Unless everyone overwhelmingly says, no, I prefer that game. Basically. Alright, so... there we go. That's today's lobby.
So Love Letter and Unstable Unicorn.
Correct. I will make the post after I finish the stream thing.
Stream. Where the hell is my cord for my headphones? What the?
Wizard, are you staying live or you're already done.
Oh yeah.
So I should go rate a different person who actually is doing the live thing right now. And then my entire stream schedule for the week is completely messed up because I'm going to be at a grad school class tomorrow and can't do my Thursday stream. So I'm doing an early Friday stream because I need to go to bed early on Friday because I need to be up at 5:30 to go into a different grad school class for a school I'm not even going to on Saturday. And then I need to do an earlier stream on Saturday so that I can go to bed early, so I can be up early on Sunday to go cheer on a Nikki's friend who's running the Chicago Marathon.
Wow, that sounds like a lot. You sound really busy.
Yeah, so I have to go to bed early on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I'm gonna sad.
It's sad.
Don't want to go to bed early 3 days in a row.
Aw, poor thing.
Woe is me, woe is me.
So sad.
Mm-hmm.
Could be worse.
Yep, it could be, but it's hard to see how.
Go to
I
bed.
get sleep and then getting 1 hour of sleep right before
Yeah.
you have to wake up.
Eh,
You could be forced to not be able to sleep enough.
I go
Like,
out of my way to avoid those circumstances.
Or you could have a night like I had and only got 30 minutes of sleep before the alarm went off.
Mm-hmm. Yep, all of these sound like phenomenal options, clearly.
That was
Or you
me a
could have
couple
a night
months
like
ago.
I had, where I drank coffee at like 7 p.m. mistakenly, and I was
Damn.
tossing and turning for only 3 hours, and then I decided to just get up all the way.
Yeah, yep, those all sound
That was
miserable.
great. That was my Monday night, I think, is when I did that.
Last night I was almost asleep and then my fiance came in my room to give me goodnight kisses and woke me up.
Aww.
Ooh, like,
So I was up for like an extra hour or two.
cute, but also sucks.
I
Yeah.
gotta call my boyfriend. He won't go to sleep.
I was like so close. Only for that.
Alright, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna start eating.
Okay,
Alright, later, Greg.
Have a good night.
I'm gonna write out and then set all lobbies up, so... BRB. Just gonna go do my outro. Go rate Apple, because she's not usually up this late, so it's a chance to say hello. Thank you everybody for joining. It's always a pleasure. I'll see you all another time. Later.